Welcome to another episode of the RDR podcast where we talk about all the nerdy shit you love or hate. We're your host. I'm Quentin.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Malik.
And today we'll be talking about Combo Breaker and predictions. We'll also ask the question, is Mina RD one of the greatest of all times? New anime dropping about focused on fighting games called Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games. I know Malik's interested in that, right?
Yeah.
He needs to watch Shangri-La then, because that's basically what Shangri-La is.
Okay.
It's just not a girl. But also we went and seen Thunderbolts and Sinners, and we will discuss both of them. We'll also be talking about best cartoon theme songs. We'll all have our choices. Are we trying to break it down to one list?
No.
Just one. Okay, we're just gonna give our.
We're just gonna give our
best. Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna give.
And then bash the list if it's good or not.
Absolutely, I'm sure we're gonna be bashing.
We
each
all
other.
know Tim's gonna have one that's gonna be.
I was thinking it was Tim too. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 drops today.
Yeah.
And I know we're all excited for that.
Extremely excited.
So we'll discuss that. Also, what's your dream Final Fantasy team? You know, we all put teams together, and we will talk about that. Guilty Gear had a huge data leak. It was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They basically leaked the whole thing.
Yeah. So we will discuss that. Also, we will discuss the new GTA 6 trailer. Tell you right now, I'm mad they pushed it back a year and then going to drop a trailer.
Oh, we're gonna get
so
into that.
Yeah, and then Superman and Ironheart. We will watch those trailers and discuss them. All right, let's get into it. Let's get this started right away. Combo Breaker.
Real quick, Tim and I are going.
Yes. Next week.
It's next weekend from the day of recording. I am competing in Street Fighter 6 and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. My goal is to win at least one match.
I believe I'm predicting he's going to win like 7.
If I win 7, I'm walking home with money.
Yes.
I'm not that level.
You need someone to believe in you, and it's me.
I appreciate the confidence, but I'm not at that level.
Hey,
I don't even win matches at our locals.
like I tell my girls when coaching, you got to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Q is right though. Actually,
You do got to believe in yourself, but there's belief and then there's delusion.
You know what? I said that on Wednesday. A girl from another team was like, "We're gonna beat y'all." I was like, "There's a thin line between confidence and delusion."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You tiptoe in that line."
Yeah. Like
we beat them 25-0. So.
exactly.
nice.
Tim, what are you competing in?
I'm doing Street Fighter 6 as well, and I'm doing Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. But I don't know if a lot of people enter Marvel 2. I'm not sure because obviously it starts on. Well, we play on Friday for Street Fighter, if I recall, and Marvel 2 don't start till Saturday.
Pools for Street Fighter starts Friday.
You mean the old Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah.
What are you playing on?
What's that?
What are you playing on?
It's on the Capcom Fighting Collection.
Oh, okay, okay.
The Marvel vs. Capcom.
You think they'll have it on that? You think that's what they'll run?
I think so. I hope so.
Because I know some of them, like a lot of times when they do older versions, like sometimes when they do like Street Fighter 3 or something like that, they'll have it on arcade machines.
Well, I'll bring my Dreamcast controller just to be on the safe side. Yeah. Because I have a Dreamcast also. I'll just bring my Dreamcast controller just to be on the safe side if they have it on Dreamcast or whatever. So
yeah, because that's one of the things with retro games. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
how they're gonna run it.
I would assume they would have it on the Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I would assume, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Because Third Strike they had on. Well, Third Strike is not on the collection really, other than like one of an anniversary one, but they had it on them big block TVs at Evo.
Yeah,
so
so they have the old CRTs.
If they did do it on like the arcade, would they give you like the gamepad and like you're watching on the screen, or would it be actually like the arcade
actual cabinet? I don't know.
The actual
Like I've seen some of them where they had like 2 cabinets set up across each other, and then they would like plug them in somehow to run on big monitors for the spectators to see. But the people are just playing head to head in two
Yeah.
separate arcade cabinets.
So I can actually play on the arcade cabinet. I'm not as good on it as I am with obviously with the controller, but I can still play. I feel more comfortable playing. If it was one of those games I have to play on a stick, I would play that on a stick preferred to, you know what I mean, other than a controller.
Just looked it up. It's going to be on. They're using the Capcom Fighting Collection.
Okay, we're good then. All right, so yeah. Like I said, same with him. At least just win a set. That's all. Just get to you know, it would be nice if I can get out the first day, but you know, try to be at least if I can at least just beat someone and move to the next round, you know what I mean, the next set in the pool or something, that'd be cool. But we'll see what happens because I think I'll be a little more calmer this time because I was at Evo, I was a disaster. That first, I kept shaking for that first hour, and then you know I just wasn't prepared.
Yeah,
you know,
those competition nerves.
Horrible.
See, that's one thing where I was all right because you know I competed in MMA, so I felt those nerves before, so I was kind of used to it. But yeah, those jitters definitely are real.
Yeah. Like I even know when we compete down at the Sanctum, you know, every other week, I still get them I get them as I'm doing the match. I don't even get it before the match anymore. Now it's just like doing the match, I'll get a little nervous, but
it's weird. I get them for coaching.
Oh yeah.
Like when I played, I didn't get them. I got them.
Right.
But it went away like once I hit the field.
Yeah.
Like now I coaching, I get them like the entire time. And I guess it's because it's like I can't really do anything.
You have no control over what happens. You can only give instruction.
Yeah.
You have no control.
And I think that's why
happens.
it stays like the whole time.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I can calm down. So.
And then the other goal I got is because he was at Evo, but I didn't meet him because I couldn't find him. I do want to meet Umahara Daigo. He's my favorite Street Fighter player of all time, and he will be at Combo Breaker. So I hope to meet him, and I don't want to get hit with the Iron Man Infinite in the MVC too. That's another thing because the game's very broken. As we talked about this a long time ago. But
which one?
Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, it's a very broken game. But you're going to see all the MSP teams with this Magneto, Storm, and Psylocke and stuff like that. I just don't want to get hit with the Iron Man Infinite or the War Machine Infinite. It's really annoying, and you'll just beat her all day.
Those games are what made Iron Man my favorite character.
Well, the Proton Cannon was great, you know. But yeah, I just don't want to get hit with the Iron Man Infinite. It's annoying because I've got hit with it many times. It's annoying. But
I know this is a little off topic, but you said Iron Man. His pulse in Marvel Rivals is pissing me off lately, especially as a healer. Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Oh, when he gets a little gamma charge with the Hulk and the beam, and the meta's been Hulk, Iron Man, and Namor.
Dude, I watched Jazz as Widow pop her ult. She's halfway, comes all the way around the corner, and then like as she's like halfway to saying it, he shoots his little thing and then takes her out. I was like, wow. I was like, that's horrible.
That's the meta right now. It's this, you know, with Hulk being the anchor, and then you got Namor with that gamma, with the squid with the gamma thing, which is great for divers like Spider-Man and Black Panther and stuff. But Iron Man still like he's just good, but that beam is just long and just annoying and. But that was it for my that's the things I want to do at Combo, you know what I mean? Just, you know, and get to sign my little game thing like they did yours last year.
Yeah, my controller
get the pros. And that was really it for that. Now, as far as like the predictions go, I expect Big Bird to win Combo Breaker. Yeah, I think Big Bird's gonna take it. Obviously Mena won Evo Japan. But I'm gonna go with I think Big Bird's gonna take it. I do. Yeah, I think Big Bird. He's been playing strong for the past 2 years. You know what I mean? He's like always there, but I think he's going to take this one.
You don't think Mena?
No, I mean, unless Mena's there just to ruin people's fun and spoil, which you know what I mean. But hey,
why not?
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think Big Bird's going to take it.
You think Big Bird's?
I think Big Bird's going to take it.
I'd like to see someone, not necessarily new.
Right.
But one of the guys that's up there that's not usually favorites to take it. Like someone like Dual Kevin.
Yes. A very likable person.
Yeah. I want someone who that always the bridesmaid, never the bride type guys. The guys that consistently get second, third, fourth in all the big tournaments. I want one of them to break through.
That's fair. I have a problem with those either at all. I have no problem with that at all.
I think Die0412 is going to win it all.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I appreciate the confident vote of confidence. Do you know if Zhao Hai is going to be there?
I don't know.
I don't know how to spell his name to look it up.
I think it's Xiaohai.
He's not popping up at Combo Breaker, so he might not be here because I'm curious who might win
City of the Wolves.
City of the Wolves.
Oh,
since brackets aren't out yet, like you got to look for names specifically.
Yeah,
you can't
right.
Just look at the brackets.
What's City of the Wolves?
Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury. Oh, okay. I still got to play that.
So I'm curious because he won at Evo, so I'm curious on what's going to happen with that. But
yeah,
I don't know who all's going to be there playing City of the Wolves. It does say a few people like.
Is Diaphone there?
No, Diaphone
he's not going to be there. Okay.
He did real well at Evo, Japan. At Evo Japan, I think he finished 9th. I think.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't have him listed here for Combo Breaker, so maybe he's holding off until Evo Vegas. But that's about all I got. Who you think is going to win MVC?
Well,
Trice Killer.
Well, no. I mean, I do appreciate.
I don't see Yipes in it.
You don't see Yipes or Wong or Sanford Kelly.
I'm not seeing Justin Wong. You said Sanford Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Damn. Huh.
So I don't know. You know, since the bracket's not out, I don't know who's all in it.
So if
I do see Sonic Fox is playing it.
Oh, nice.
Sonic Fox is entered in almost everything.
Yeah.
You got Fatal Fury, Mortal Kombat, Skullgirls, and Tekken 8.
So if Duck Vader or I can't think of his name for some reason. Now I was drawing a blank. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. But if Clockwork, if those two are there, I'm going to say one of them's going to win it. Because if Yipes or Wong isn't in it or Sanford Kelly, I'm going with one of them.
And why Chris G is playing basically every game. I don't know how he's going to manage that.
Yeah, with the time.
Yeah, with the time. Like he playing Fatal Fury, Grand Blue, King of Fighters, Street Fighter, Third Strike, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and MVC 3.
Well, okay, he's on. He has a good shot at MVC 3, so because he's an Evo champ anyway with MVC 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had his Morgan was really annoying in that game. But Mortal Kombat, I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, we always say Sonic Fox, but
yeah, Mortal Kombat is Sonic Fox's game.
Yeah,
he needs to have a bad day for anyone else to have a chance.
Well, he has been losing. Someone did beat him like a couple weeks ago.
The one time I think like a week or so ago, I don't think he made it in the top 8. I think he lost in pools
to a young kid too, like 15, 16-year-old.
But other than that, he's won everything for like the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, and then Tekken, I don't care.
Yeah, Tekken sucks right now.
Yeah, they stink. They stink. But that's it for the combo. I'm looking forward to the experience overall.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures and videos and try. Maybe we'll throw it in.
Absolutely,
the next episode.
What's it? A whole weekend?
Yeah, it's a whole weekend. Maybe it starts Friday. It doesn't until Sunday night.
Maybe if
the venue's open 24/7.
So a lot
you could just play.
Shower and deodorant, people, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You think Enzo's gonna be there?
No, I looked it up.
You did? Okay. You can't get your rematch?
I just don't think he would be going. You know, he's a West Coast kid, and school's still in.
Okay.
So while it's still Memorial Day weekend, that's still
they ain't taking showers, man. You gotta that takes away from your playtime.
It wasn't bad at Evo though.
At Evo, it wasn't.
I think there were maybe 1 or 2 for that big venue, but it wasn't bad. But this one being 24 hours, there's gonna be people just probably camping there and just it's gonna be bad. I know. Just But we will report when we come back for that one. But that's it for the combo breaker, like my predictions and stuff. So I'm going with Big Bird.
Big Bird. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dual Kevin.
Team Rashid, I guess, right? Team Rashid. They both play Rashid, heavy Rashid players. And then that's it. That's all I got for the combo breaker predictions.
You think they're gonna show anything, like for any games, trailer or?
Yeah, maybe Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I think they'll show a trailer for Andy Bogart. They had him available to play on Fatal Fury at Evo Japan, but they didn't release a trailer for
Street Fighter. I'm not expecting anything. If they shows maybe season 3, I doubt it.
Is there anything before June 2nd?
No, Elena comes out June
3rd.
The same day Switch.
Yeah, so there's no
nothing
event or nothing right before that, right? This is the last one.
This is the
right?
last one. Yep.
They might show something.
I won't get my hopes up though, just because they've been whack lately. But we'll see how it goes.
I think they're going to show something because they have no other time to show it. They just going to drop it randomly.
You never know. They kind of did Atlanta randomly with the trailer,
but they did. But generally, like the season 3 announcement, is not just done randomly. It's done at a show.
Yeah, so you might be right. Okay, because we know Elena's coming. So
yeah, but she's the last character of season 2.
Yeah, and season 2 started around this time last year, the end of June. Yeah, so they might show like a trailer or at least a character or something.
Yeah. I'm curious on who might show up in season 3.
It would make sense to do it now. And I saw, your hardcore enthusiasts.
Yeah, you got your group there. So there's no one else to, there's no other time to show it before.
Right.
Unless they really wait until like Evo before they announce anything. But I don't know if they do that after season 3 technically. Well,
they showed Akuma at Evo Japan last year.
Yeah.
They showed him, and then I think they showed Bison like right after.
Yeah.
It was because Bison, they both dropped like a month apart.
Yeah, they jumped a month apart.
It was like a month apart. It went into season 1, right into season 2 with Bison. So you might be right though, actually. They might actually show something.
Curious to see what happens. If they do an announcement, we'll record it and we'll try to add it into the next episode of the podcast.
Oh, that works.
All right. Is Mina RD one of the greatest or one of the all-time greats?
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say current generation, absolutely.
Yeah, so for who don't know, Mina RD is from the Dominican Republic. He's been around for about 10 years now. He is he's the only 2-time Capcom Cup winner and he's a 2-time Evo Japan winner. He just won Evo Japan back to back. So he's won Kumite, I believe. I believe he's won a Kumite before. To me, he is the Patrick Mahomes of the Street Fighter world right now.
Like the guy he's the guy right now.
Yeah, like I got Daigo as like the Brady, and I got Takedo as the Peyton Manning, but I got him as like the Patrick Mahomes.
Who's the Kenny Pickett?
Me. Me. No, he quit. But
I mean,
his resume speaks for himself. And when I was watching the fight, I was reading in one of the comments. They were like, somebody put, "Why can't he win a real Evo?" Because there's an Evo here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, that's the real Evo. I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, Evo's Evo. It's Evo here and Evo in Japan. Like Japan obviously has the better players.
Yeah,
in America. So how is he not winning a real Evo? Because he actually was runner up in Evo here 2 years ago against Angry Bird.
Yeah.
So, but how is that not a real Evo? That's why I was like, these people just say anything. It's the internet.
People
but
the internet is the internet.
Yeah, I know. But I was just like, but his resume speaks for himself, and but I think he's one of the all-time greats now. I know he's like challenged Daigo and all that stuff. So everyone, you know what I mean? And he got this thing going on with Punk and all that stuff. But like the resume just speaks for itself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's all of these first place wins, tier Evo Japan back to back.
Yeah.
Won Red Bull Kumite in 2024. Like, this man is you can't knock him. And anyone that's talking about, he only won the Evo Japans, he ain't win the real Evo. You do realize the level of play in Japan is higher than anywhere.
Yeah.
And most of those guys can't travel.
Right.
So Evo Japan's probably, while it may not be as prestigious as Evo Vegas, because Evo was created in America.
Right.
It's harder.
Yeah.
It's the harder tournament.
Yeah. There were 7,000 people in that Street Fighter 6 tournament over there.
Like, there's a streamer I follow, Chris F., that lives in Japan. And he's talking about a Friday night playing online. You're having thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people to play against at any given time. Where in America, you'll have maybe one online room filled.
Yeah.
A couple with a decent amount.
Right.
He's like, they're like 10 to 12 rooms deep, filled to the brim with players. So the level of competition over there is insane.
Yeah.
So don't ever knock Mena for winning Evo Japan. Like, that's the harder tournament. It's not as prestigious, but it's the harder tournament.
So it's quality and quantity over there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, he gets hated on too because of where he's from. Not the country, but just the community in the Dominican. They like to run their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Like they talk a lot of trash. And his best friend, who's Kaba, who I'm a big fan of, he's a Gal player. Every time Mena wins, Kaba pops off. Like Kaba, he jumps up, and that's what they do. That's just their culture down there.
So since we were using the Patrick Mahomes analogy, it's his brother.
Yeah.
Kaba's basically his brother.
Like they're best friends, but Kaba's like Jackson Mahomes, pretty much.
Gotcha.
His mouth is getting people to hate Mena. Where Mena's a cool, quiet, calm guy, but other people's actions are causing them to not like him.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's anything else on Mena?
No, I don't have nothing. Yeah,
that was it.
All right. Young ladies don't play fighting games.
Did y'all see the trailer?
I didn't know anything about it.
And I told you about it. Like,
it wasn't like on my radar to watch.
I didn't know about it until I think I saw something on Twitter just announcing it because they brought it up at Evo Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And the trailer is nothing crazy. You don't really get a huge gist of the anime, but from what I can understand, I just get the sense of it's kind of like your general sports type anime, but it's just focused around fighting games instead of a sport. So
that's different.
You're going to see, the competition, the rival, all of the stuff that you generally see in a sports anime. But Street Fighter 6 is at the forefront of it.
So if it's anything like Blue Lock, I'm in.
So they're going to be playing Street Fighter 6 and stuff, which is wild. But I'm just interested to see it because the last anime I saw that was focused around a high fighting game was High Score Girl. And I love that anime, even though it was basically just a love story. But I loved that anime, so I'm like, hey, I might as well get this one to try too. Because High Score Girl was so good.
Never watched it, but I heard about it. I mean, a lot of people talked about it. They liked it. People.
It was
I kept scrolling past it and never actually watched it.
So good. It's a love story that focuses around video games. Like, you can't get mad at that if you're a video game nerd. You find the love of your life playing a video game in an arcade.
Yeah.
Like,
nothing wrong with that.
But I mean, that's all I have to say is like I'm interested in it. Honestly, if they release an English version of the manga, I might be interested in buying that. But I'm just interested to see where it goes.
All right.
That's all. I just wanted to briefly mention it.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn a little bit more about it. When is it supposed to even drop?
I don't think they announced a release date yet.
Oh, okay. They was just dropping like teasers for it.
Yeah, just
cool.
That's what I'm saying. The first teaser doesn't really tell you anything.
Right.
Okay. So it's not really much to look at.
Well, we have to keep an eye out for it.
Absolutely.
I'm always in for a new anime. So, we moving on from that?
I'm good too.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thunderbolts. I actually just went to see it last night. I think I'm the last of us to see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Why don't you spark it?
I thought it was a pretty solid movie. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna say something that might be a little. I don't know if it'll be controversial, but I like Yelena better than Natasha as Black Widow.
I like Yelena as a character better than Natasha in general.
That's what I'm saying.
as Black Widow is irrelevant to me. I just am more entertained by Yelena.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're both Black Widows. So
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I prefer,
but
and
even
honestly,
if she wasn't a Black Widow, I'd like Yelena better.
This felt like a better Black Widow movie because it felt like it was more about Yelena than anyone to me.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I will say this, and this will contain spoilers. I warned you. I'm so glad they killed off Taskmaster. I hated that Taskmaster character. And when they shot her in the head, I was like, thank you. We don't have to suffer through that thing anymore.
Yes, I screamed yes when it happened in the theater. So my wife, she was like, I was like, I'll explain later.
Yeah.
It's just
so glad that happened.
MCU ruined a great character.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Absolutely. But I'll say the one part that got me is when Red Guardian, my bad. When he saved the little girl, and she turned into the shadow. I was like, "That's a kid." They just killed off a kid.
Yeah. So on that note, the trailers made Sentry seem way more threatening than the actual movie. It ended up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he just locked them. Once again, Quentin already said spoilers. He basically just locked them in their guilt. Okay. Like I understand if you have a lot of guilt, that's definitely not great.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
I'd rather be locked in my guilt than die.
I love when Bucky was like, oh, no, I'm good. I have a really clear past. I was like,
yeah, I was like,
he was like, oh yeah, my past is so great. That was a lot of fun. But that was one of the gripes because they're making Sentry seem like a huge threat, which if you follow the comics, he is. So don't get it twisted.
I love that they did show how powerful Sentry is.
Right.
Like,
see, that's where I slightly disagree because he fought basically 3 super soldiers and then 2 pseudo humans.
Yeah, but he wasn't breaking a sweat fighting them.
Yeah, but we ain't seeing no one on the level. Like, if he did that to, like, Thor or the Hulk, where they're coming at him and he's just like, you're not even... Now it's a lot more threatening.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, look at, like... Did you ever finally see Guardians?
Guardians 3, no.
Okay, well, never mind then.
I'll get there.
Yeah, but I'm about to say, look at, like, Warlock. How he was like kind of treated. Like, at least with Sentry, you're like, okay, yeah, he's powerful as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
like, don't get me wrong, you could tell he's powerful, but from what you've seen in the movie, it doesn't tell you how powerful.
Yeah.
Because basically he beat up 3 juiced up, roided humans.
Well, no, you're right. You're not wrong.
So that was one of the gripes is the trailers made him seem like the hugest threat of all time.
I seen somebody that was like, oh, they just Naruto'd him and talk no jutsu. I was like, that's great.
That is literally what they did.
Valentina got to be put down, by the way.
See, that's another gripe I have about that movie. She faced 0 consequences.
So to me, and I said this to Jazz yesterday, she's to me, a better written version of Amanda Waller. Like, and I'm not saying she's a better actor than Viola. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying she is better written. Like, they're kind of like the same thing in their respective universes.
Right.
But she's better at it. If that, like, she's so slimy. And, like, even at the end, like, the way she just kind of, like, walk through the curtains and it, like, you know, Red Guardian's like, I'm gonna kill that person, and she like walks through the gardens and then she's like, hey, this was all my idea, here's the heroes. I'm like, oh, that was was dope.
Well, she knew she was about to die. They were gonna get her.
But I'm like, I really didn't like that she faced 0 consequences. Well, yes, Yelena whispered in her ear, we own you now, but what does that mean? Well, nothing essentially.
Right now we don't know, and now they have a powerful weapon in Sentry.
Yeah,
So obviously, whoever this villain's going to be down the road is going to be somebody obviously from outer space or something. And obviously with the
you seen the end credit.
Yeah, and Fantastic was coming.
Yeah.
So we know he's going to play a bigger role down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My issue with the movie was I feel like there wasn't enough action in it. Was that me? I could just be bugging. Like, was there not enough action?
There was a solid amount.
Yeah,
it could have been more.
There could have been more. But I think the focus of this movie, which I actually like,
was on Yelena.
Was on mental health.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I'm saying. That's why
the movie's focus was mental health.
Yeah.
How did they bring down Sentry? They helped him with his mental health. You didn't have to. You couldn't fight him. They couldn't.
Yeah.
It was like you said. It was Yelena overcoming her like trauma.
Correct.
To help him in his trauma.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like pretty much all of them coming together.
All of them coming through their traumas. Like John lost his wife and child.
Right.
I still hate him. I don't care.
I'm still not a huge. I liked them just basically talking bad to him. Pretty much every scene.
I hate his face,
which was great.
I love that they folded his shield into a taco.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
that was funny.
What I loved is what Valentina said to him when she was like, "You're the junior varsity Captain America."
Yeah.
Because you know how much that pissed him off because before they even in like one of the first acts, he's like, I was quarterback of
state champs.
Back-to-back state champs.
Back-to-back-to-back.
So you know her being like, you're JV pissed him off.
Oh, of course.
And I loved it. Because you know, when you're an athlete, you never want to be JV. Yeah. So if you were the athlete, and then everyone's like, yeah, she's like, nah, you're JV.
He was kind of dirty in that movie too. Like when they was climbing up the little thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was just like, and got out. I was like, oh, that was dirty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was real dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, don't worry, Valentina's going to get her just like Thunderbolt Ross did eventually.
Did he?
Well, he's in jail.
They mentioned it at least.
But, you know.
Did he?
Well, he got exposed, you know what I mean? And
I mean, Thunderbolt Ross did so much shit in public.
True.
And still became president. Like, everybody knows his role in Harlem. Everybody knows his role in what happened at the college. He was the face of all of that.
But
and still didn't face no consequences until after he became president.
I do think Valentina will get hers. I didn't realize that was the lane from Seinfeld.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, like I knew she was in a couple movies before. Wasn't she in Black Panther 2 or something? Or?
Yeah, she showed up in Black Panther 2. She was in
and Captain America. Wasn't she in Captain America?
She was in the Captain America and the Winter Soldier show.
And
or
Brave
Falcon
World?
and the Winter Soldier show. I don't know if she was in Brave New World or not.
I can't remember.
Yes, she was.
Brave World.
I'm pretty sure she was.
I can't remember.
But yeah, it took. I was like, because I was like, because me and my wife's like, she looks familiar. I was like, oh, that's Elaine from Seinfeld. Even though I'd never watched an episode of Seinfeld, but I know that.
You know, she's like a billionaire too, right?
Yeah, her family's like.
Yeah,
her family's like.
Yeah, her dad was a famous actor, Richard Dreyfuss.
No, but I think her granddad
they got like oil money.
Yeah, or something like
Okay.
I think they're like French or something. Like their granddad, her great granddad was like a big French oil guy or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so she was born into money.
Oh, okay.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Black Widow.
Yeah, I remember she was in Black Widow.
Thunderbolts. No, it doesn't say.
Okay.
I thought she was for some reason, but no.
I'll tell you what, though, she did. She's doing a good job as Valentina. Though.
I know she was in Wakanda Forever because she was what's his name's
ex-wife.
Yeah.
But she's doing a good job. I like her as Valentina.
Yeah,
really good.
I still
she's
don't
so
like
slimy. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like but like she's doing human testing and faced no consequences for it.
Well, they were trying to, but they're trying. Sentry showed up, and it's like, well, what are you going to do against that?
Yeah. Then she tried to burn them all in that room like that.
Oh,
that was dirty.
That scene, that fight scene, though, was well done.
Yeah.
It was.
I still love like how they had like one knife tried to kill all four of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like each person threw it at one person who phased, ghost phased and grabbed it and threw it at someone else who.
And I love that they're like, I'm not here for you.
Yeah, they're just
here for you.
I'm not worried about you.
And then don't get her and her assistant. I think she's going to turn. She'll turn eventually on her.
See, I thought once she saw what she was doing, I thought she had turned.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But then to see her back with her, that's what I'm like.
I thought she had her locked up. Because she was like, oh, she's facing loyalty issues.
Yeah, so I
and
thought.
And then she showed up at the end. I was like, what happened? I thought she was locked up.
Like,
yeah.
I'm just like.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid movie, though. I mean,
oh, yeah.
To me, it wasn't like, MCU's back. I'm like, it was a good movie.
Yeah, see, people were hyping up like, this is the best movie since Endgame. No. Shang-Chi was better.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was better.
Honestly, I like the new Captain America movie better.
I did like, it was a good
I really
movie.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, and,
like I said, Thunderbolts ain't bad.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts ain't bad, but people were hyping it up way too much. It's not that good.
I'll say this. It was 100 times better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I have no plans on seeing this movie. I don't care about any of these characters. And by the end of the movie, I was like, that was dope. Yelena has become one of my favorite characters.
See, I liked Yelena after watching the Hawkeye series. She was so entertaining in the Hawkeye series, and I'm like, I like Yelena.
Yeah. Ghost was dope.
Like,
I wanted to see the Red Guardian do a little bit more.
Honestly, I think he made the movie though.
Well, of course,
to
for
me,
the funny part.
Like
he's the comic. He was the comic relief.
Yeah, like
shit. Even Sentry was before he turned into Sentry. Just Bob,
Bobby,
just Bob. You know,
Bob. Yeah. She was like Robert. I was like, oh, come on. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a solid movie.
Yeah,
so it's our new Avengers, right?
So yeah, here's my thing. You got Cap building in Avengers, and now you have these Avengers.
Right.
That has to lead to another Civil War.
Something absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I watch New Rockstars quite often, and he's hypothesizing. Yes. He's guessing.
No, you were right. Hypothesized.
Okay, that is correct. I don't know why my brain just went blah, but he hypothesized that the issue, because they said, hey, did you talk to Sam? And Bucky was like, I tried, it didn't go well.
Yeah.
The theory is that Sentry's the reason why. That Sam wants him to turn over Sentry, and they're like, no, we're not going to do that.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because you can, you could also look at this, but, well, here's my question. Would that be something Sam would want? Because remember, he was on the opposite side of the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah, that's true.
He was on the side that was against it.
Yeah.
And now maybe he doesn't. I can't see him now being okay with checked power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So I was thinking maybe because they were all like, a lot of them were criminals and killers that he'd be like, nah, I'm not with this. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but my whole but just on that same note, he was cool with,
especially John Walker. He don't like that dude.
Yeah, but he was cool with Scarlet, or the original Black Widow.
Yeah,
he was cool with Bucky.
I wasn't saying Yelena. I meant more like he John Walker
and Red Guardian probably are the bigger two.
Yeah, and then
Ghost.
I want to say Ghost. I don't know, but
she's kind of in a gray area.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he didn't like John Walker, but by the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I don't think he hated John Walker.
Yeah,
especially with Sam's background as like a grief counselor.
I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
I'm just gonna say it. John Walker's wife's a B. That whole scene wasn't necessary. He's still watching the kid.
Yeah.
The kid's standing there. It's okay. The kid is fine.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely could have made that look a little worse.
Yeah.
The kid's in a crib or playpen, just
standing there.
Just chilling.
Literally right next to his leg, and he's on his phone. Like, I get he's not exactly being attentive, but I could see if the child was climbing up the bookcase and he's doom scrolling.
Yeah, right.
The mom was making it seem like he was like the baby was one of the Rugrats, and this was Stu's dad.
Yeah,
who's just falling asleep and not paying attention. Like, it wasn't that serious. The baby was literally right next to him, like
not crying.
Not even like a a full foot away.
Yeah, not crying, just kind of just chilling. So I get it, but I think
they could have made it worse. Is
what
I'm saying.
Yeah, I think they. See, I don't think that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah,
I think that was just maybe the beginning.
Yeah, it's just like,
but yeah, from our a viewer's perspective, it looks like you left because he was doom scrolling when the baby was in the crib next to him. Like it looks mild. Like, an extreme reaction is something that's like, hey, could you pay a little more attention and stop doom scrolling?
But as a parent, we've all had times where we're like, baby, fine.
Yeah.
Even if they're crying, they fine. They'll stop crying or they'll cry themselves to sleep. Like, it really wasn't that big of a deal. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. That's one of those, dang, I lost my thought. But there's some TikToks I've seen of where people are telling women to stop basically berating your husbands for doing something but not doing it in the manner you would do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, if it's being done, so what if it's not the way you like it to be done?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, no kid needs to be held 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and
so
he's not supposed to sit
right there was fine.
Be there, not on his phone, just doing this, watching the baby.
Yeah.
I'm watching you. Tell him, I'm watching
this
you.
Ain't the 40s, no.
I'm watching you.
Yeah.
I'm watching you. I don't got it. I'm not paying attention to nothing else. I'm watching you.
Yeah. So when that was happening, I was like, come on. That was it. Like,
they should have made it something like, hey, the kid's about to take a head dive over the top because he's climbing out.
Yeah.
You need to be paying attention.
Yeah.
But just standing there, no.
Or the baby's like coughing and it sounds like choking and the mom's coming from the other room.
Right.
Yeah.
You could have did anything else other than the baby's just standing there completely fine right next to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, you know.
Oh, by the way, U.S. Agent S.H.I.E.L.D. looked terrible, by the way.
I think that was the point. It's a shield, but it's not the shield.
Yeah.
So
it just looks like aluminum.
It's gonna be beat up. That's what they're saying. It's not vibranium. So all the missions he's been on, it's been through some shit.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's also a taco now.
Yeah, it's a taco. Yeah.
But now I remember what I was going to say is.
I ain't gonna lie, when he bent it, I was like, yes.
Well, one thing I will say is, as a wife, when you know your husband went through something like he went through and you see him doom scrolling, instead of yelling at him, try to help him through that.
Yeah.
Like,
he was literally reading about his life, like falling apart.
Doom scrolling.
Right.
Like, he's doom scrolling. Hey, you're doom scrolling. Hey, come on. Don't worry about that. We're rebuilding. Let's help him through that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just yelling at you because you're not staring at the baby while it's in the crib. Like,
I agree with you, Q. That was pretty shitty.
Yeah,
that was definitely pretty shitty.
Yeah.
I think what else happened in that movie. Oh, I did like the hallway fight with Yelena and Bob when she strapped a gun on him.
Oh yeah,
and the fool was just pointing, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
If you never,
that's true, but
shot a gun before.
Yeah. That was cool. I thought that scene was pretty cool.
What I thought was at me.
What I thought was pretty cool is when they was going through like Bob's memories.
Yeah,
and they were like, I'm sorry, it was hilarious when they got attacked by the sign twirling chicken.
Hey, and he was like, I was on meth. I was on meth. That was when we left. Jazz was like, that was my favorite part of the movie. I was like, no. I was like, yeah, I think I agree too because that chicken was beating the crap out of him. Like, yeah, that was dope. I kind of like how they tried to like change. Well, Yelena was like trying to change her memories, and then like they would attack her and then go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was pretty cool. Like no, you sit there and watch this.
You got to go through it.
Anything now?
Yeah, you can't change what's already happened. You got to go through it. Yeah. You can't go around it.
But we seen one of our common friends on Facebook. He said the ending was weird, and I was like, yeah, I can see the ending being weird if you weren't paying attention to the movie.
Right.
Like, the ending was literally them fighting in those dreams. Like, and like you said,
this is
about mental health. They are fighting their demons to try to get through this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this wasn't the real world. So I thought it was done well. I like I said, I give it a solid B movie to me, B plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a 6.5.
Okay.
About it. I mean, it's still, to me, that's still not bad. I know
That's a D.
That's a 65%,
Yeah,
my
that's
guy.
a D.
That's a D.
Hey, that's still passing.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Hey, D is a passing grade, and I know because that's how I got through high school. So
Man, every Marvel movie is at least a D outside of Eternals.
Yeah.
Even Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3 is not as bad as people make it out.
It's an F-.
To be.
It was horrible.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
It was terrible.
No.
Seeing
It was terrible.
not Sam.
Thor: Dark World was better than Iron Man 3.
No, the
No,
fuck
yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't.
no, it was
Yeah, it
not.
was.
No,
the fuck it wasn't.
No.
Thor: The Dark World is one of the worst movies outside of Eternals. Iron Man 3, you got to see Rhodey, be a badass a little bit.
The Iron Patriot.
No, I'm talking about when he was out of the suit, when they were like going through the compound after they took his suit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that's how long it was.
Thor: Dark World was awful.
Thor: The Dark World was terrible. You got to see.
To me, Green Lantern is still. It's not MCU, but is still probably the second worst hero movie ever.
What about the Wolverine in 2009? I thought that was horrible.
That wasn't terrible.
That wasn't terrible.
But no,
Madam Web's the worst.
Madam Web's the worst. The Eternals is down there.
Yeah.
But no.
Like I said, I at least finished the Eternals. I didn't finish Madam Web.
But yeah, that like I said, Thunderbolts is a good, solid movie. It's higher than a 6.5, Tim.
Yeah.
It's better than a D.
Fine, I'll give it a 7, which is 70%, which is a C minus.
Okay. I'd give it like 80%.
That's what I was thinking. 80%.
Like I'd give like the latest Captain America movie like an 85.
I'm cool with that. That's a
like,
D.
Like I like
That's
the
fair.
Captain America movie a little bit better.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Him, John Walker made me have a new appreciation for Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Like, I only hated Steve Rogers because they jumped Iron Man. But John Walker's so bad. I'm like, I'm like, you're the Captain America I've always hated.
Like, is he making your last name disgrace?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just hate his face.
He has a constant, like, almost an automatic sneer to his face that you just can we talk about how they both him and Sentry both look almost exactly like their fathers?
Who's Sentry? I know who John.
Who's Sentry?
Bill Pullman.
Wait, the guy from Casper?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really, it was him. Okay. Well, I know who John Walker's dad. That's Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Oh man, he was in Top Gun. Who was he in Top Gun?
Yeah, Lewis Pullman was in the latest Top Gun movie.
Yeah, but who was he?
I don't know. I didn't see that movie.
Okay, I
He
even
was
know.
Bob. Okay.
He was Bob.
But I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I see John Walker, all I see is Kurt Russell.
Pull up his brother or his dad.
Or Ego, if you want to say.
Bill Pullman. Oh yeah.
He looks exactly like his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole time I was like, okay, his eyes are turning yellow. I was like, is it going to force his hair to turn yellow? How's that? And then when it came down, and she's like, did you dye your hair? I was like, okay. I was like, I'm okay with that. Like,
the suit looked decent.
Yeah.
I thought they attacked the concept of Sentry very well, because wasn't he a man? He was a man-made hero in the comic books, if I'm not mistaken. He was given
I just remember him having the power of 3 suns.
I thought it was 1,000. 1,000.
Maybe, I don't know.
Exploding.
Oh yeah, that's what
or
the
something
Sentry
like
was.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure in the comics books they gave him like a souped up version of the super soldier serum.
Mm-hmm. So, also, I love Red Guardian. You and me, we are the same.
Not the same, but the same.
Yeah.
He has super soldier serum too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like the Russian version of Captain America.
Yes.
Well, that's how he was able to save that little girl.
That girl, yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, so apparently there were like 4 or 5 different versions of the serum.
Yeah,
There was the original one given to Cap.
Yeah.
There was the version that Hydra made that was given to Bucky.
Right.
There was the version that was stolen from Iron Man's parents, dad,
right,
to make those other ones in Civil War that Zemo killed.
Okay.
There was the version that was taken from Elijah. That's his name, right? Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley, yeah.
Isaiah Bradley. There was the versions Russian made to make Red Guardian.
Okay.
So there's like 5 different versions of the Super Soldier serum. But all of them, the Hulk was made trying to replicate the Super Soldier serum.
Yes.
Like all of them, like they created Captain America and it just created basically an arms race to replicate.
Would you take Super Soldier serum?
Absolutely.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
No second thoughts.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck yes.
No second thoughts.
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing is robbing the bank.
As long as it's not the Red Skull version of the Super Serum.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that. If it's the Bucky or Cap version, even the John Walker version, I'll take it. Because it just makes you more of who you are. It doesn't make you lose your face.
Yeah.
I just want to punch a punch bag like he did, like Cap did.
Just have it fly off.
Yeah, and then pick another one up. Even didn't Isaiah do that too in Captain America?
You know what I noticed, and it kind of pissed me off for a second? When John Walker was like, on your left, and I'm like, you shut up. You don't say that.
That's not your that's not your word.
On your left.
How dare you stand where he stood?
But overall, though, we still don't know what's going on with the whole MCU, but we know they're building something now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're building.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere finally.
Yeah,
something's coming.
That is a thing. Now we're getting somewhere. Now,
yeah,
we're starting to get to the point where we're building towards something. They're not just like as much as I like Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
that movie was just a movie. It wasn't building towards anything.
Right.
Like this latest Spider-Man movie, he didn't build toward anything. Like we're finally building towards something, and I do like that. We're finally,
and we all. I'm pretty sure we all feel it's going to be evolved around Fantastic Four.
It's going to be evolved around Doom.
Well, Doom and Fantastic Four.
And my whole thing is, I think I said this previously, but my theory is Doom's not going to be Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, you said it's going to be something else.
He's going to be a alternate reality version of Tony Stark.
Yeah, you said that a while back.
Yeah. That's why they're using Robert Downey Jr. again.
Oh, speaking
He's
of
not going to be Victor Von
Speaking
Doom.
of Stark, how about her buying the Stark Tower?
I mean, someone had to buy the
building.
Well,
I said years ago Reed was going to end up taking it eventually.
Yeah, that was one of the theories that Reed was going to take it.
Yeah,
and Dad's like, there's a problem in space, and he was like, what do you mean? There's a lot of space in here.
Yeah,
I was like, that's funny.
Like, we're running out of space?
Yeah.
But it was cool to see Stark Towers like back.
Yeah.
You know, but it's going to be a 4 on there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, so apparently the Fantastic movie we're getting is an alternate universe.
Yeah, we know that.
Right, yeah.
So
they're saying
coming in, I would assume has to do something with Franklin Richards being born, or the whole Doctor Strange thing, which would still play a role from the Spider-Man, which means it was building somewhere.
Right.
The theory with Fantastic Four is Galactus wants Franklin.
Okay.
So they have to leave their universe because Galactus is going to destroy the planet to get Franklin.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, peace out. We got to go.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's
which
the
would
theory.
then bring Galactus to this universe,
but not necessarily. It's just we're escaping to a place where we're not the only superpowered beings here. So we'll even if he does show up,
right,
we'll be much more equipped to handle if Galactus shows up.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that
but
makes sense.
I think it's more so this is going to happen, which is going to end up bringing in Doom, and he's going to be using he's going to be brought into the universe because I'm guessing from what they've done, and he sees a crack like, oh, let me slip through this crack real quick.
I mean, we're what?
And start, wreaking havoc.
Right. We're what? 2 months away from Fantastic Four? July, right?
Yeah, end of July. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, we gotta see how that plays out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be July yet because I love summer. I don't want it because summer be just about almost over by then. So
yeah,
we need that hot weather.
Sure.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
No.
Sinners?
Yeah.
Who was the last to see it? You, Malik?
I saw it last night.
All right, go first.
First things first. Is it possible for Ryan Coogler to make a bad movie? Because I don't think it is.
When I say so when Jazz first asked to go see this movie, I didn't know anything about it. I kept seeing the little previews, and it was just like Haley Steinfeld covered in blood. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I loved this movie.
That movie is incredible.
I absolutely love this movie. And it so far as it is my favorite original movie to come out in a while.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just thought it was amazingly done.
Yes.
Delta, Mississippi, during the Delta, Mississippi era.
The only thing I hate about this movie is the fact that there's not more to it for me to keep learning about this universe or how, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I hate about this movie. Like, because I'm like, I want to know more.
Yeah. Preacher Boy. That boy can sing.
Yeah. This is his first ever movie.
Yes.
He's going to be a star.
He's going to be a star.
Star.
Did you hear how he got the movie?
No.
He's like a backup singer for her.
Oh.
And she was like, oh, you should audition for this movie.
And
he killed it.
He killed that movie.
Absolutely killed it. He's like 20 years old.
He's only 20, yeah.
He started singing. I'm like, God damn, his voice is so distinct.
Yeah. Man. That scene of him singing.
He is a blues singer. Yeah. Like, the way his voice sounds, he should only sing blues.
That scene of him singing and all the ancestors and all the future descendants all coming in, that scene was so beautifully done that I was just
cinematic masterpiece.
Man, I was like, this scene is powerful. I was like, Ryan was doing something when he filmed this, man. I was like, this was I love the movie, man.
Yeah, I don't think he can make a bad movie.
Michael B. Jordan playing 2 roles like that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That was, Smoke and Stack.
He did so well that me and Jazz later, we were like, who'd you like more, Stack or Smoke? Who'd you like more, Stack or Smoke? And we're like going back and forth like they were 2 different people. And we're like, it was Michael B. the entire time.
Right.
Yeah. Excellent job by him.
Yeah.
Excellent job by him.
He's becoming a top tier actor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He has become, like, when he first started, getting major roles, he was a good actor.
Yeah.
But you definitely saw some things that you're like, okay, that's not exactly great.
I'm finally starting to forgive him for getting G-Baby killed. Sorry.
But but like, yeah, he's becoming one of the best current, like, generation actors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, he is incredible. And, like, I'm just amazed at how Ryan Coogler can make any kind of movie. Because, generally directors have their genre.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm going to stick to action. I'm going to stick to love.
Yes.
He can make whatever.
Yeah.
At this point, Marvel, let him make the Blade movie.
Rumors going around and they were talking to him about making an X-Men movie.
I'll take that too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, this was like vampires done right.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy. And to think that we almost lost Ryan Coogler like 3-4 years ago. Remember when he went to the bank? Remember he went to the bank to take money out?
Oh, yeah. And then, was it the cops?
Yeah. We probably wouldn't have had this movie.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
But anyway, don't do it better than that.
Because he was trying to cash a check from what? Creed? Or was it Fruitville Station?
I don't It was about 3 years ago.
You ever seen Fruitvale Station?
No, I refuse to watch it.
That is one of the movies. I watched it one time and I was like, I will never watch that movie again.
That's one of those movies I do not want to watch because, one, I have a general idea of what happens.
No, because Michael B. kills that role too.
Because I read about it.
Yeah.
And two, I don't want something angering me that I know how the world is.
Right.
I don't need something thrown in my face. Now I'm angry because of how the world is. Like,
right.
I don't want to feel that kind of emotion.
Right.
I don't watch movies to feel that kind of emotion.
But that was it was a good movie, but it was just like I can't rewatch this, man.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
they're a great duo. They've done literally all his big movies. Every single one of them has Michael B. Jordan in it.
Yeah.
Fruitvale Station, Creed, Black Panther, this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, I'll say this. I don't blame Preacher Boy. Pearline, whew. When she first came on screen, I was like, sheesh. I was like, she fine.
I was hoping she was going to make it out.
I was too, man. I was too. I'd have had to kick the what's her name out. Like, oh, you want to let them in? No, you go out there with them.
You talking about the Chinese girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting on my nerves.
That's my question. Would you have done what she did?
No.
Do you know why she did what she did?
At the very least, I'd have been like to Remick, you only you can come in. And then we jump this dude. Because here's my thing. What sense of free will did they have as vampires? Because remember, spoilers, obviously, Stack grabbed what's her name? What's Haley Steinfeld's name in the movie? Why am I
Mary Louise?
Yeah, Mary. And left before they killed Remick. So he already had some type of free will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. If they did have some type of free will and they were still kind of themselves, why were they, attacking them?
See, I think it depends on the level of free will.
That's what I'm saying. What level of free will?
See, that's where there's some muddying of it in the movie, because you definitely saw parts of free will, like when, what's her name? The one Smoke was tight with.
Annie.
His wife, yeah. Technically it was his wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When she got bit and he killed her, Stack was like, why did you do that?
Yeah, so
he was upset by that.
So did Mary. Mary started crying. Remember, she was screaming, and that's when Stack grabbed her.
Yeah. They were like, what? Like, what? So there is the free will.
Okay.
And it shows that they're still in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The post-credit scene showed that they're still in there.
Hey, the Coogee sweater with the Gumby, man.
Hey, it was the 90s.
I want all of that right now.
Haley was looking right on that scene. But anyways.
But then you see the other stuff of everyone else just kind of crowding around Remick.
Yeah.
So it is muddy in that situation where you're like, if they have this free will, why are they just kind of just standing there?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to think about? Like the after effects, like Pearline and Annie's husbands have no clue what happened to them. They're just gone. And like no one knows what happened to all these people. They're just like, okay, the Ku Klux Klan showed up and this black dude killed them all.
Yeah, Cornbread wife don't know what happened with him.
Never got to put his pecker in her mouth.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, I didn't realize everyone used to say it looked like Cornbread years ago. That actor, because he was in Transformers too.
He was in 8 Mile.
8 Mile and CSI Miami.
I watched. He was one of the linemen in Ballers.
I did not watch Ballers,
but
with The Rock, was that Ballers?
But yeah, you're right.
I watched the whole thing.
All of these people, Marie
was just gone.
Was married. Pearline was married.
Mm-hmm.
Cornbread.
I don't know if y'all noticed.
All these people just go. Yeah, you're right. They're just gone.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but Smoke stayed safe until the end of the movie.
Yeah.
He finally removed that bag.
Yeah.
Like that thing, like she said, it kept you safe all this time.
Right.
And it did through the entire movie. And once he removed it, that's when he took them out and then he sat there and died.
Yeah, but I think he kind of wanted to because she told him.
Yeah, of course.
She told him, "You're coming.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
You're coming."
Yeah.
Like she knew she was going to die. She's like, "Make sure you kill me. Don't let me turn into one of them things."
Right.
And she was like, "And I'll see you when you come over."
I hate the internet and its theories, and I had to suffer, so I'm gonna make y'all suffer too.
Oh God!
Because someone showed. Remember, at the end of the movie, Stack said that was the last time I seen the sun.
Yeah,
and that was the last time I seen my brother.
Yeah.
And somebody stitched that, and the last role he played with Chadwick Boseman was the end of Black Panther. And that's when he looks at the sun and he was like, that's the last time I seen my brother. And I was like, and I hate y'all for doing this.
Yeah, why?
And I was like, because now I'm sitting, I was at home like damn near in tears. And I'm like, I'm going to make y'all suffer with me.
God damn it.
Misery loves company.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they did that, I was like, oh man, why y'all do that, man? It was literally like as the sun was coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
That insane. But so I'm sorry I had to.
So like, as y'all know, when we did our top 80s, I had Lost Boys at number 1, and I'm not a big scary movie type of person, but I hold that movie very high for vampires. And I have to say, I think Sinners is better than Lost Boys, and that's a lot to say for me because, like I said, I hold that to a high standard.
This movie was amazing.
One thing I will say is one vibe I immediately got once it kicked off from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes,
if you're someone who's never seen anything about either movie, you're going to get the same feeling.
Yeah.
You start from Dusk Till Dawn. You think it's a heist movie.
Right.
Bank robbers on the run. They kidnap a family.
Yeah.
You think it's a heist movie. Then it just goes left. You're like, where the fuck vampires come from?
Right.
You're watching Sinners.
Same
You
type
think
thing.
it's about, some guys in post-prohibition.
Yeah.
Trying to start a juke joint. They did some stuff. They alluded to basically them robbing the Italians and the Irish.
I seen a thing. Basically, that means they would have started or been the reason behind the St. Valentine's Day massacre.
I don't know when that took place.
It would have been like right before they went back to Mississippi, because that was between the Irish and the Italians.
Mm-hmm.
And so and then somebody pointed out, I don't know which one was which, but I think Smoke wore the red hat, or the Smoke wore the blue Kango,
wore blue,
and it was like that was indicative towards the Italians at that time, or the Irish at that time. And then Stack had the red fedora. They was like, that was
for the Al Capone stuff. Like,
yeah. So they was like, it was showing that they were each on each side.
Right.
Okay.
And they was like, that's probably how they did it, because they think, well, this dude's on our side, and then they see another dude on the other side that looks just like him. They think you know what I mean? They don't.
They don't correlate them as twins. They think it's the same person.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I definitely have that as probably the best vampire movie now. I got Lost Boys at 2, then I could put Dusk at 3. Twilight, I don't care.
Twilight's not a vampire movie.
Interview with the Vampire, I don't care. Like, I never really.
You skipped over Blade.
Oh yeah,
Underworld. Don't go to all those terrible movies.
Well, no, Blade wasn't terrible at all. But
no, I said don't go straight to those terrible movies over Blade and Underworld.
Yeah. But I have those 3 at the top 3 now.
Sinners is a great movie.
Yeah.
And of course, some people got butthurt.
Yeah.
What was the white guy got to be the vampire? First of all, in common pop culture, the vampire's always been white.
Yeah.
Dracula, white. Where are they from? Transylvania. That's white.
Romania.
I was seeing people that was like on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh, Remick was racist." I'm like, "Did you watch the movie?"
Yeah,
Remick clearly wasn't racist. Like,
not even close.
His whole thing was that, I don't know if y'all paid attention to this, when he first showed up and he was running from the Native Americans, he said the Choctaw are chasing me. He called them by their name.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he realized when he looked at the robe, he was talking to racists.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, oh, okay, well, I need to get in there.
Yeah.
And then he flipped it. You know
and
what I mean?
even then, after he changed them, they were like, oh, he was like, oh, I learned everything. His uncle's the guy that sold you the mill.
He even told
He's
him.
the Grand Master.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm going to go take care of him once we're done here.
Yeah.
So you don't even got to worry about that.
Yeah.
So he 100% was not racist.
No. So I was
At
like,
all.
I was like, were you not paying attention to the movie? I'm like, you know.
So when he first showed up to the house, did you realize he was a vampire? Because I didn't at first. I'm like, what's wrong with him?
So his back was smoking.
Yeah.
And the sun was rising.
Yeah.
It was
supposed
setting.
to be, yeah.
It was setting. It was setting.
Setting.
Was it setting?
No,
It was setting because he was getting there. That's why the
that's why
Choctaw
they left. That's why
they're like,
left. You're
sun's
right.
going down.
You're
We got to go.
You were correct. Yeah. So
but that was cool. Like I think a lot of people didn't even realize what that was at the time until he started talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, duh, vampire. Now that makes sense.
I think the best is like the TikToks people been making, and that's like how if Remick wanted to get people like the black people to come outside and like now, and they start playing Back That Ass Up, and they hear that dun dun dun, and all the girls come out, and
Right.
it's like that'd be the best way to get them. Like,
But what's crazy about the thing is, I was watching someone who was giving their little thoughts on the movie, and they were like, outside of not seeing the sun, what he said, what he offered them wasn't that bad.
He'd have got me. I'd have been like, hey, look, don't touch my face, because I don't know if that heals.
Yeah.
You can bite my back or something. You know what I mean? Send one of the girls to bite my back. But I'm coming out there. Like, I don't like that. I don't like the heat anyway. You can't go outside. All right. Hey.
Like, what he was offering wasn't that bad. He's like, hey, we're going to be fellowship. You're still yourself as stacking
Smoke.
No, stacking what's her name?
Mary.
Mary showed at in the post credit.
Yeah.
They're still themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So he was like, you ain't really making a bad offer here.
He did offer him. He was like, no, I'm just going to go.
Can we talk about how Preacher Boy knew Pearline for 24 hours and loved her for the rest of his life?
Yeah, he named his club
after her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bruh, you 24 hours. That's all you knew her.
It wasn't even that.
Well, after he got the taste, he got the taster, that's all he needed.
Yeah,
that's just all he needed.
I love when he was outside and he was like, he found that butt.
I love how she was like, no, let me wash. I walked here. He's like, just want to taste you.
That's it.
I ain't gonna lie. That movie, I loved it, man.
Yeah,
that movie's great.
Oh, Delroy Lindo was also great in the movie too.
Delroy Lindo's always great.
Yeah, the LeBron's dad, as they always say.
Yeah,
but
he was definitely great.
The drunk in this movie, but no, he I didn't like that he sacrificed himself, but I get it.
Hey, he said the devil tried to get me plenty of times. He gonna have to go through me before he get to you, and he meant that.
He meant that.
Yeah,
he definitely meant. But I tell you this though, I'd have shot him in his head a lot sooner. I'd have shot him and Pearline. They'd have been too fast, because as soon as she is like, I don't want to eat the garlic, I'd have been like, this ain't no taste test.
No,
This ain't no taste test. Like, none of us just want to eat garlic.
Yeah.
And then when he started doing I'd have been like, bow, he did. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He was freaking out. What you want me to do? Like,
it's messed up that they threw dude outside. He was
bit. He's like, let me in, smoke.
I love the memes of cornbread outside, like, and it was like, dead or alive, I want my money.
Yeah.
Give me my money.
Bad,
the way he put his hand out was,
yeah. Nah, that movie was great, man.
Yeah,
it was definitely great.
It was. Like you said, anything Ryan Coogler touches,
that's a movie I'm probably going to watch 100 times.
Yeah, so I think I'm buying that, like a physical copy, and if any of them show up to a Comic-Con that I'm going to, I think I might get that side.
Yeah, I got Lost Boys on DVD, so I definitely have to get that on DVD. So
and it's wild to think that Haley Steinfeld's part black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said she had to learn about her roots from there, like.
But like she's like in the movie and in real life, her I think he said her paternal grandfather is half black.
Okay.
So she's like 10%, but
they said Josh Allen was punching the air watching that movie. I'm like, what's his name was punching the air? Shamik Moore. Yeah, I'm like, Shamik Moore was crying watching that movie.
Well, when she was on top of him in that room.
Yeah, that is,
and she was. I'm sorry, the stuff she was saying to Smoke or Stack. My wife says that to me. We going at it immediately.
No, she was wilding in that movie.
Yeah,
she was saying, "Oh, you gonna come? You know what? Let's go."
Like she was wilding.
You ain't gotta ask me twice.
Yeah, no facts. But the only thing I think the drooling I was good off though.
Yeah,
I'm like, was the drool necessary? Like, come on, but but other than that, it was still great. I wish I was there dancing.
Yeah,
I ain't got no rhythm.
They was
but I would have been
getting it.
Yeah,
the vampires.
Yeah.
Was into that song outside. I'm like,
he was doing the river dance like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he got me though.
Yeah.
Oh, live forever? Okay. Like, super strong? Could kind of fly? Fast? Yeah. I'll be out. Just
I couldn't
let me
do
get my
it
coat.
because I love the heat.
They might not let me back in here.
I couldn't do it because I love the heat, so I would just be dead. So I would just take the super soldier serum.
That.
So
yeah,
I really enjoyed that movie. It
was great.
It's
a great movie. I'm looking forward to the next. Soon as Ryan Coogler announces he's releasing a new film, I'm there.
Yeah.
I don't even need to know what it is. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. Don't matter.
So, of course, I took my wife to see it. She said it was okay, but like she didn't like all the N-word stuff that that they were saying. I'm like, well, honey, I was like, that was in the 30s and it was in Delta, Mississippi, so that's
she must hate Quentin Tarantino movies. Then.
She probably didn't know who Quentin Tarantino is, but anyways, but yeah, like she liked it, but she said, but like I said, she just didn't like all the cussing because she hates that word, and I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of what happened back then.
Yeah, that's what they did,
and it still happens now, but it was really. It
was accepted back then.
Yeah.
The one thing I peeped is, did you see how they did the street? Like, it was black people on one side and the white people on the other side when they was at the market and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That was I was like, that was accurate.
Right. One thing I saw is how the Asian family.
Yeah, they ran both markets.
Yeah, but the way they spoke. The wife spoke more like the white people, while the husband spoke like the black people.
And they said if you pay attention to the movie, he was on the black side, she was on the white side.
Yeah.
And she never, and they was like, when he first saw Smoke, he embraced him and hugged him.
Yeah.
She first saw him, she started negotiating money.
Yeah.
And then they was like, and then at the end, he wanted to stay and be there for them. And she's like, no, let's go.
Yeah.
And they was like, she was never really with them.
Right.
And then she caused their downfall in the end.
See, I disagree with that statement because the reason she wanted to go was because they have a daughter.
Boy,
this is before that. Like before they knew what happened. When they just this is before Remick told her, like, and her husband changed.
Yeah. No, but
remember, she was trying to go as soon as Stack died.
Yeah.
She was like, forget this, let's leave.
She's like,
and it was like,
I don't know what's going on. We need to go.
Yeah, but
we have a daughter. We got to get back to her.
Yeah, but he's like, we have to be there for them. Like for him, it was like, these are like family. For her, it was just like, this is just a business. Let's get the fuck out of here. You know?
Yeah.
So,
man, I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have left too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm out. Like,
I
don't want to deal with that.
Like, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
I'd have wanted to leave too. Like, there's nothing I can do about that.
Get in the truck and go.
Yeah.
You find, especially, it's not just, Stack died. Smoke shot the person that killed him, and then they just got up and ran out.
Yeah.
No, dog.
Deuces. Get in the truck.
I'd have done the same thing.
Y'all would have wanted to leave. I'd have been like, no, because that person got shot and went out there. I'm staying right near so I know that person ain't out there no more.
No, I'm out. Because, I'm out because at that point they don't know
their cars weren't close.
But what I'm saying is they don't know that they can't come back in.
That's true.
And she's like, right before she left, she said, "We're going to kill all of you.
Well, you gonna have to come get me.
I'm out.
I'm not making it easier for you by going out there.
I'm out."
Yeah.
Especially she's thinking one person, Haley Steinfeld. So she's like, "Let's get the car. Let's fucking go."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't blame Grace. I don't blame her at all.
Shoot, I do.
I don't blame her for nothing. You talking about I'm about to go get your daughter. No, all right, then you got to deal with me first.
Plus, she only had to make it till the morning, and morning was right around the corner.
Morning wasn't right around the corner.
Man.
It was a couple hours away.
Yeah.
Well, they was only fighting for like 30 minutes, and the sun came
that's
up.
because of the movie. It's
Yeah.
it's movie magic.
Well, remember they was like partying half the night, so the morning really was right around the corner.
Did Preacher Boy's dad know about the vampires or something?
No,
No, he's
No,
just a
he
preacher.
No,
he's just a preacher.
He's
yeah.
like,
And you know that whole time period, they were talking. Blues was devil's music.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the preacher's son is playing the devil's
Right,
music.
yeah,
So he's
okay.
like, "No, leave that stuff alone. You're going to bring the devil back with you."
right.
That's what it was.
Okay.
He wasn't like, "Oh yeah, there's vampires out there," and you're just going. No, he's doing it
And
from a
remember
religious
the guitar.
standpoint.
The guitar was Smoking Stack's dad's,
Yeah.
and he thought he was an evil man
Yeah,
because of like what he did. Obviously,
See, that's why I thought it was his dad knew. Because remember how on Lost Boys where the uncle, he knew about the vampires. At the end of the movie. So that's why I thought maybe the dad might
no,
have
the
knew.
dad didn't
Because then
know.
that uncle was like, you know what I hate about Santa Clara? Those goddamn vampires. That's what I thought.
No,
was
the
going-
dad-
Okay.
Dad's just a preacher,
A southern
Yeah.
preacher,
Yeah.
that old school. Yeah,
old school
yeah.
Baptist preacher.
Yeah.
then
okay.
again, maybe he did because he wasn't shocked by the giant scratch on his face. His son was all
Yeah.
jacked up. He
Well,
was just like, "I told you." I'm like,
Well,
that
he
don't
said-
look like no party scars.
yeah.
he said the devil.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
So the devil can be anything,
yeah, that's true.
and we saw dude that got cut by the razor. He could have been like, "That's a straight razor cut,"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because they showed multiple people get hit with a straight razor in that movie.
okay.
So it's not new.
I love the foreshadowing of Stack being like, "Preacher Boy, like, can I drive?" He's like, "Don't worry, you could drive back."
Exactly
I
what
was
he
like,
had him
that was
do.
foreshadowing.
Had him drive
So-
back.
But I got nothing else on it, man. I just love the movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Can't wait till it gets released on DVDs.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely buying a Blu-ray of that.
For
absolutely.
sure.
All right, let's jump into this argument then. Best cartoon theme songs. We just gonna run down our list.
Yeah, I know there's going to be some repeats,
I'm
so
pretty sure.
this is going to go
Pretty quick.
pretty quick.
I got honorable mentions.
Except when Tim brings up one that's going to be so outrageous that no one's going to. Everyone knows it's not going to be any good.
I mean, I have honorable mentions, and I got 10 that I really like. So
I just got
Honestly, I think whole
8, 9.
okay.
I like 15, I think.
Well, I'll do my honorable mentions first
I got
because
8.
I'm gonna piss y'all off with the first one. But I'm sorry, I really didn't care for the show, but the song kind of does go hard, and I know it's gonna probably be higher on y'all list, so I'm gonna just start it off. Samurai Jack.
I don't remember it, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, I
The
don't
theme
remember
song
it.
I thought to Samurai Jack was okay. It was nothing special.
I thought both of y'all would have had it on y'all list.
I don't remember it, unfortunately.
Also got Arthur.
I can't remember. Arthur.
Really?
I
The little Jamaican.
I
It's a
really.
wonderful day to play.
Okay,
Nah.
now it's starting to come back.
Yeah.
I never watched Arthur. My
Yeah.
little sister did.
Neither did I. That's why. It's in the
So
honorable
I didn't
mentions.
really hear it. So
I know the memes.
Also got a cow and chicken.
Mama had a chicken.
Mama had a cow.
That's
Dad was proud. He didn't care how.
That song went hard.
that's a stupid.
That song went hard.
That's stupid.
And
That's
then,
really close to the
hater.
top.
Just because of the spy thing, Kids Next Door. That used to hit.
Oh, I don't like that show. So.
You know what?
Yeah.
You like Doug, so you like boring things.
Right.
He probably has that on his list.
I do not have Doug on
Nah.
here, thank you.
But what you got?
Oh, when we go through my whole list, I don't have honorable mention. I just did
Yeah,
a whole
well,
damn list.
I don't have honorable
I'm
mentions.
gonna start
either.
from the bottom, I guess. Got Darkwing Duck. which
I
I'm
have
sure
that.
someone
I
had
have
that.
I have it also
I have
here.
it as well.
Beetlejuice.
You know what? I didn't think.
I can't remember the
I
cartoon.
didn't think about that. Yeah.
It's fire.
I can't remember the cartoon music.
Proud Family.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I can't remember the music.
That proud.
Yeah,
family.
Beyonce's sister did this.
Solange.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I can't remember it.
It's that you and me will always be tight. Family every single day and night. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't sing
can't
that.
remember
it. Spider-Man, obviously from the 90s.
Yeah.
This one here, I'm going to say now. If I would have said this 40 years ago, I'd have made fun of because it's a girl cartoon. Jim and the Holograms had a good intro. I don't care what no one say.
I don't even know what that is.
Don't know what that is at
all.
How
do you know what Jim? Well, I would expect. You don't know that?
No.
Your older sisters didn't watch that?
No.
You know I got sisters, right?
No, this was the 80s cartoon.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
So that's why I said you wouldn't know. You never heard of Jim and the Holograms?
No.
But anyways, it was a good intro. It was a girl show, obviously, but the theme was decent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm really shocked you never, especially when you got two older sisters. But all right, whatever. Okay. He-Man and Master of the Universe.
No.
It's goated.
Trash show.
I remember the show. I don't remember the
trash show,
song.
trash day.
Hater. Anyways, Tom and Jerry Kids.
I thought about putting that on my list.
Tom and Jerry Kids. I don't remember that one.
Tom
and Jerry Kids.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yes. Okay, I remember it now. Yeah. Okay.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Spectre Gadget.
I
have it on my list.
Okay.
I have it on my list.
I got that.
Heathcliff.
No.
No?
I can't say I remember it.
All right. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
I have that on my list.
Yeah,
I have a different version, but that was a good one.
X-Men, of course.
Of course.
Thundercats.
So it's the rock and roll one. It was just
from
like
the 80s.
Yeah.
Thundercats, yeah.
Oh, you said Thundercats. I'm sorry. Thundercats.
Thundercats,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
What you mean it was okay?
It was okay.
I was thinking SWAT Cats when you said that.
SWAT Cats is a good one too. Goof Troop.
Absolutely. I got that on my list.
And Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Absolutely. Got that on my list.
That's my list.
I don't have that on my list.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. DuckTales.
Absolutely.
Good theme, yes.
DuckTales is definitely on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Darkwing Duck. Pokemon.
See, I didn't add Pokemon because it's an anime.
See, that's the only one I included because
I didn't do
I just felt it crossed over to
and I was sitting on the fence with it, and I was like, can I include Pokemon? I'm like,
Pokemon. I felt crossed over to the cartoon area, so I included it. Got X-Men, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Batman the Animated Series.
That was a good intro. Good theme.
No words, but just epicness.
Epic and dark.
I'm surprised you didn't say this one, Tim. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I forgot to put it on here. That's terrible.
Like, how did you not put the 80s
I had
teenage?
to sing that for Jazz last night while I was putting this list together because she was like, I don't remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme, and I had to start singing
They're
it.
heroes in the half shell.
Turtle Power.
Inspector Gadget, like you said.
On me. Yeah.
Here's another one that I literally just added a minute ago that I probably shouldn't because it's also kind of an anime, but Sailor Moon.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely an anime.
It's definitely an anime.
Yeah.
And like you said, Scooby-Doo.
Where are you?
Yep, Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Where are you?
I have Darkwing Duck, of course.
Yep.
Of course.
Goof Troop.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a pup named Scooby-Doo.
That's a good thing.
That's
the one I had.
That was a good one too.
Yeah. X-Men, of course. Hey Arnold.
That is a good thing too.
Yeah. Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
My last three y'all didn't have. Fairly Odd Parents.
Apple juice, rubber goose, green moose.
Timmy was spitting bars.
Chocolate shake.
Kim Possible.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yep. Christina Milian made that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And last but not least, Freakazoid.
Freakazoid.
Yep.
Yep. That's all I remember of it. But in the Freakmobile.
Yep.
But he would run to all his places though. He would never.
And he would make the sound as. Yeah. So that's my list.
You really don't remember Jim and the Holograms?
No.
That is crazy. But all right. All right.
No, I have no idea who or what the fuck that is.
All right. Anyways, but that was it for the. See, I don't have anything stupid on there.
Surprisingly,
no, you didn't. You
There
didn't
ain't stupid on there.
Surprisingly, you didn't. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Wow.
when you were saying that, I was thinking of something, but it definitely wasn't this. Well, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, that was there.
Quick little list.
Yeah.
You know, just tell us your favorites.
Yes.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2.
I already got it.
Mine's is at GameStop. I got it reserved. I just gotta go pick it up.
I'll download it tomorrow after the games, maybe Sunday if we continue playing. I'm trying not to. I gotta be focused this weekend.
No, I feel you.
But Power Stone's on it, correct?
One and two.
It will be getting downloaded.
Yeah.
There's two characters on there that I don't remember seeing.
Who? Pride and Mel.
Yes,
They were secret characters.
I'm sitting there like,
all right, yeah.
who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, Pride and Mel. Yeah, Mel shoots out the money bags, and Pride is the same thing as Falcon, but his missiles go out like that. They don't follow you like Falcons.
Yeah, I will, and it's only $40.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll definitely be downloading that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I already got. I had him on Dreamcast, obviously back then, you know. But Mel's special is a little ridiculous. It's just, you know, she can throw like four, like she does like the bag thing like 4 times. But she's also the person that runs the gift shop, the item shop. Like when you buy items. I don't know if all the items are on the game. I don't know if we have to like do the old school way and, you know, like get points and then go buy them at the shop and then start making the weapons and stuff like that. Hopefully they're all in there. We ain't got to do all that grinding again for a Power Stone.
All right, so what's on this one?
Yeah, CBS 1 and 2, which I'm happy.
Capcom versus SNK.
Yeah.
Capcom Fighting Evolution.
I'm excited about that one.
Street Fighter 3 Alpha. Yeah. Power Stone 1
they
and
should
2.
They should have done Alpha 3 Max instead of Alpha 3 Upper.
Here's the thing: I'm paying $30 specifically for Power Stone 1 and 2, and I'm fine $40, whatever it is.
Yeah, which is completely worth it. Project Justice Rival Schools, which is also a great game. I don't know why they didn't put the first one on as well, but whatever. And then the last one was Plasma Sword.
Yep,
which is like the Capcom. That was like their version of a Star Wars fighting game.
For I can't say I remember Capcom versus SNK as much as I remember
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel vs. Capcom, yeah.
They came out around the same time. People were more drawn to obviously Marvel vs. Capcom, but Capcom vs. SNK 2 was great. Both of them was great. 2 was better than 1, but but you know, it's basically King of Fighters versus Street Fighter. That's pretty much what it is. We have some Fatal Fury in there obviously too, but I feel like Capcom vs. SNK was the series that brought Geese to the map, even though Geese already been around well before then. But that's when Geese really took off, in my opinion. Sorry, Rash, but you know what I mean. But yeah, but I can't wait to play it again.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to playing this Power Stone.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to like just be in a corner throwing boxes at people, and you know,
yeah, it's great.
Look at that, it's an alien. Like I can't wait.
Yep, I already got it.
Nice.
Yep. Falling out the sky after you fight on that little helipad looking thing.
Yeah. Everyone's fighting for an umbrella.
Yep. Or getting chased by that giant boulder.
The boulder. Running from the boulder.
I spent so much time playing Power Stone when I was younger, man.
When the boulder came, all I did was just jump on the wall, then catch onto the ceiling and just run across. I'm like, I'm not jumping off of that obstacles.
Dude, I remember I was like 10. And we used to like, you know, where I lived, my cousin was a few doors down. And like every kid in the neighborhood, we would be over my cousin's house. It'd be like 20 of us in there just all day and all night just playing. And we would just all fall asleep, sprawled across his living room floor. And then get up the next morning and continue playing. Like,
yeah, that's an old school thing. You did that with your cousins and stuff like that. You know, you just play a game all night. Yeah, the 90s.
We had 4 Dreamcast controllers. We just got it smacking like 4 on 4. You know what I mean? The winner got to stay on. 3 other people jumped on. Yep. And it was that was a great time, man.
It was.
And I'm definitely play this a lot.
Oh yeah.
But this was a very these collections that Capcom is doing. They're doing this is what they need to do. I mean, of course, we would rather have like a newer version, obviously, but them actually doing this because these games alone. Like in the original copies that they cost so much money now. So I'm okay with doing this. You know,
I'm hoping that the popularity of these will lead them to making more things like a new Power Stone.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Like I actually prefer Power Stone over Smash Brothers. I know they're different types of games, but it's the same type of game, but they're different.
Yeah, they're similar.
Similar, but I prefer the play style of Power Stone over Smash Brothers.
I can agree with that.
I agree too.
Yeah.
I love Smash Brothers too.
Yeah.
But I mean, when they both were out, I was choosing Power Stone all day.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, I think this is the third collection that came out because the very first one was the one with the Darkstalkers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was called Capcom Fighting Collection. It was Darkstalkers and a couple of games on there. But then obviously they came out with the Capcom Fighting Collection, the Marvel vs. Capcom edition. And then hopefully I know there's a beat 'em up bundle too, but I think that was only a DLC one if I recall, which I got that too. That's like with Final Fight 1 and like Captain Commando and all that stuff. So yeah. But I'm stoked. I can't wait to go get it and probably download it tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll just download it. I'm not a physical person.
And you want to try Plasma Sword?
I'll try Plasma Sword. Yeah, I'll try all of them.
Man.
Yeah.
Who you gonna pick in CVS too?
How the fuck should I know? I never played it.
Okay.
I don't even know who the fuck is in it. I have no idea. I'll see when I turn it on.
Picking Cammy.
If he's in the game.
Picking Cammy.
He's in the game.
Well, that's all I got for that. I'm excited to play it, but on to the next thing. What y'all want to do first? The Guilty Gear data leak, or what's your dream Final Fantasy team?
Want to go to Gear first?
Yeah, that's gonna be a quick.
That's a mess.
That's a worst nightmare for a company.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Arc System Works, the creators of the game series Guilty Gear, basically had the code for their entire game leaked. Not just a snippet to know what's coming up in the new season or nothing like that. You can essentially just download it and play the game. And I think they said all you need is Unreal Editor, which is free to download.
I'm about to say which is free. I have it.
Yeah, I have it on my computer as well. That is terrible because
and it was like characters that were like far out too. Like,
yeah,
they weren't even
there's a couple characters that aren't out yet.
Yeah,
That's already on the game.
That's in the game.
In
like
the game,
like the character they just announced.
Oh, from Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah, that one too. But no, someone from there's a Guilty Gear anime.
Yeah, it just came out. Yeah,
from Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I think somebody from Cyberpunk.
Someone from Cyberpunk is in
coming.
the game.
Yeah,
but
let's see.
The one from the Guilty Gear anime is the one they just announced that's about to drop. That character's in it. And then also the character that's from Cyberpunk is in this data leak, which is insane. But to be 100% honest, I'm tempted to download it. Not because I'm a Guilty Gear fan, not because I just want to be the guy that got a hold of some source code.
right.
The learning opportunities from that code for me is abundant.
Right.
I can basically just look at that code and learn how to create a fighting game.
Well, take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
Like that's like ethically, should I do that though? Like that's where it comes. Like from an ethical standpoint, should I be sitting there downloading illegally released source code just so I can learn?
Well, unfortunately, when everything's digital downloaded and stuff like that, that's
It's
kind of the price you pay a little bit. You know what I mean? And just, but how did they get that? Didn't they say on the video that someone that worked there leaked it?
Yeah,
something?
someone leaked it.
Leaked it.
It's not like
must have been pissed
someone
off.
cracked the game.
They must have been pissed off.
someone leaked
Exactly.
Somebody do that with Nintendo. They deserve it.
No, I ain't argue. No argument there.
But like just the learning opportunities could be just how to create like to see how they balance games from a coding standpoint is like that type of learning would just be insane.
Or you can just download it and then just learn a little bit and then get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not keeping it that's the issue with me. It's just the concept of getting it in the first place, because there would be no way for me to get this information if someone didn't illegally leak it. So from an ethical standpoint, just the fact that even if I have it for a day, it's still just the ethical part of it. It's not about my intentions with it, because I'm not going to do anything malicious with it, even if I did download it.
It's for research purposes.
It's
That's
just
what I'm looking at. Yeah.
It's just like, reverse engineering is something that's commonly done, but it's frequently frowned upon because you're basically just taking someone's work as your own.
Right. Yeah,
So
I mean, look at Jeff Bezos. He used the post office as platform, and look where he's at now.
Yeah,
I mean, you in order to be successful, you're going to need help or get a blueprint at some point. That's what I'm saying. Like, so if I was you, it sucks for them, but I would look at this as it's kind of a little bit of blessing in disguise in a way too. I mean, sometimes these type of opportunities don't come up like that, and this is something that you are really into. So why not seize the opportunity while you're still able to do it? You know what I mean? I'm not just saying to screw them, but hey, if there's something, there's a door open and willing for you to go in and do it, go for it. You know what I mean? Like,
don't ask me. One Piece is my favorite anime, so the Great Pirate Era begins.
Oh, by the way, I think the backstory is about to start too.
Yeah,
but on that, but I would just download this and mess around and see what you can do with it. You know what I mean? And then I get what you're saying. You want to do it the right way. There's nothing wrong doing things the right way, but it's okay to take a shortcut every blue moon. It doesn't mean all the time, like Eddie from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. You know what I mean? Like but it's okay to just seize the opportunity. Like, I mean, this is kind of on them too, because whoever this person was, they put all the trust into this person, and he got upset, and
it was disgruntled for a reason.
Yeah, for someone to do that, because this happened before, with Street Fighter years ago with Street Fighter vs. Tekken when somebody there, it was Nintendo, it was Smash Brothers. It happened with Smash Brothers. Someone
Nintendo deserves it.
Oh yeah, we know that. But someone from Smash Brothers who worked for the Smash Brothers, he leaked a whole bunch of DLC, and he got fired immediately. But yeah, so. Obviously, if I was tech enough, I would probably download it, but I'm not. So, but yeah, why not just give it a shot and just see what you can do?
Yeah, I guess I'll think about that.
But you probably don't have much time because they might try to stop it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
these are our own thoughts and feelings. The RDR podcast is not responsible for
facts.
We did not tell you to do anything.
Sorry, guys. But didn't remember at Evo last year with their whole season got leaked last year. Remember at Evo? Remember we got up in the morning before we went to this thing, and you were like, oh, season 4 DLC trailer got leaked.
Yeah. But that's different than your entire code getting released.
Yeah.
A trailer that you was going to show anyway getting released earlier than expected, that's minor in comparison.
Yeah, but this is bad though for them. Like, this is bad.
Yeah, this is definitely bad.
It's horrible. Not good.
Sucks.
Yeah. You got anything else on the queue or anything?
No, that's all I got on it, man. That's
anything for you?
When I seen it, I was like, damn, that sucks. But yeah. Final Fantasy teams?
Yeah.
Sure. Right. So we created our own Final Fantasy, or we created that sounded weird because it's Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, teams, So
our dream teams,
our dream team. That sounds better. Yeah. Our dream Final Fantasy team. So I mean, I don't mind going first. Obviously, for me, you could tell which Final Fantasy games I really enjoy. It's like a mix of a few games, but I did 8 people. How many did you do?
I did 7.
You did 7? Okay.
Yeah.
I did 4.
You did 4.
I don't know as many.
You don't know much about that.
I don't know many.
Okay, well,
that's enough.
So I started off, obviously, you need a mage.
Okay.
So I took 2. Lulu and Vivi. How did you not love Vivi?
Vivi was cool. I didn't really play 9. I had it at one point, but I never played it. But I heard nothing but great things about 9. Yeah. So like I've seen a little bit of it. Like I know Kuja, I know Zidane, I know Steiner and Dagger. I know the characters and stuff. But
so then
I have nothing against Vivi. So
I'll bring you back here. I have 2 swordsmen.
Okay.
I have Ornn.
Okay, from 10.
Yep.
Yeah, Sir Ornn.
Yep, Sir Ornn. And I went with Squall. I like Squall. I know a lot of people would choose Cloud. I like Squall.
I actually don't have Cloud on my team, and
You
I'm gonna
have-
tell you why when we get when I get there and
Okay.
all that stuff. But
Then of course I got Titus, just straight hands.
Titus from 10.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, he had a sword too. Yeah, because I like Titus.
Child, please.
I even had a dog named Titus.
Oh, you should have put Vaughn in there. From
I didn't.
12.
I didn't name him.
Well,
I didn't play 12.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't play
Vaughn-
12.
Okay, I got you. Vaughn looked just like Titus, literally.
So,
but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and for guns, I got Barrett
Okay.
and Vincent Valentine.
From 7. Okay.
Yeah, both from 7. So, and of course, I need a healer. Just Yuna.
Okay.
That's my squad.
What was your healer?
Yuna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Sure. I just got 4 characters.
Yeah.
I got 4 characters. I got Barrett,
Yeah, of course.
You got the hot head. Yeah.
Noctis. I liked Noctis.
Okay.
He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad. A little soft, but he wasn't bad.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I liked Noctis.
Okay.
Tifa.
Of course. Yeah, hand-to-hand combat, of course.
Yeah.
But I got nothing against Tifa.
And my last one was Squall.
Got the gunblade.
Gunblade. Gotta have a
I
gunblade.
always like Squall, man.
Well,
Gotta have the gunblade.
So,
Okay, there's nothing wrong with
That's
that. It wasn't bad. I mean, you got Tifa to calm Barrett down.
Like I haven't played much Final Fantasy, so
yeah, that's fine.
I don't have a deep roster to go through.
so Titus ain't on your team?
Hell no.
That means you can't beat me in Blitzball.
I don't want to play. I don't even have Walker on my team. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ladies first on my team. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go Lady Ash from Final Fantasy 12. And then I got Yuna for Final Fantasy 10. She could be my summoner, my white mage, and the black mage. I don't care. I got all, Sir Orn, obviously, for my swords.
Of course.
Bosch from Final Fantasy 12. Obviously, you don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
I got Barrett for the gunner, obviously. I got Zidane on here. I need speed.
Yeah,
I
okay.
need speed. In the
Okay.
trance, I need the speed.
Yeah.
And I got Red 13. I wanted some type of animal.
Yeah, I
You know
get
what
you.
Yeah, it was either him or Kamari from 10. So I just said, I'm just going to do
Honestly, I thought about Komori like a few
Yeah.
times, and I was just like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I figured that, Bosch and Orin can protect Yuna and Ash, you know what I mean, from the
Mhm.
front, and Barrett can be in the back gunning down, and, Zidane and Red can go, they got the speed, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like it's an okay team, you know what I mean? Barrett's a little bit of the hothead, but I feel like, Yuna can keep him calm and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
What villain would you want to take on?
You know what?
Sephiroth.
I'm about to say, I feel like Sephiroth is a solid answer.
Sephiroth wouldn't be bad. But I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna go Kefka.
I'm going to go Sin.
What, Sin from 10?
Yeah.
Sin from
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kefka from
Okay.
6. I never played 6, but I have it. I just never played it. But I'm so tired of the Kefka Sephiroth battle.
Yeah.
Like, who's better? Well, Kefka actually destroyed the world. I don't care. Sephiroth did. And I'm like, well, Sephiroth did enough damage to the planet. So
Yeah.
but like that Final Fantasy stuff, there's always that stupid fan base where you got like the 7 diehard, then there's like a 6 diehard.
Right.
You're not real Final Fantasy fan if you didn't play 6, and this is like, oh my god. And then
Yeah.
you got the ones that like 8. They're like, well, I actually like 8 better than 7. And of course, the 7 fans get upset. And then it's
So
just
I like 8 better. I'm one of them. I like 8 better than 7 because 8 was the first one I played. Then I went back and played 7. But 10 is my favorite.
Yeah, 10 was the first one I played, and I went back
Yeah.
to play 7. I did not like 8. Because I know they got rid of the materia in 8. It was a different system. I can't remember what it was
Mhm.
called. And Squad was cool, but I didn't like Cypher. I didn't like Zell. I didn't like the girl with the whip. Selfie.
Yeah.
Or Renoa. No, Renoa was cool in the dog, but again, you like what you like. The worst Final Fantasy I think I've ever played was 13.
To be honest, I stopped playing after 10.
Oh, okay. 12 was good. It was
Yeah.
boring, but 12 was good, but
Yeah.
13 was bad.
Yeah.
And then 15 was cool, but it got real bad at one point. Because remember we talked about this years ago.
I heard 15 was. I thought people really liked 15 or 14. One of them.
14, I think, was the online.
14 was the
Okay, so
online.
it's 15 that
11
people
and
like.
14
Yeah.
were online. 15, the first half was really good, and then it got really bad. But they said that's because they forced the person whoever was doing it, the director, they're like, finish this game and start Kingdom Hearts 3. So they came out with 2 bad games at one.
Okay.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 was horrible.
Yeah, I was enjoying
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15 at the beginning, and then it started to get really boring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could tell like
the quality dropped off
bad.
Oh, okay.
But if you still, if you still never played it, I would give it a chance.
I'll definitely
really
say play it.
Give it a shot. You know what I mean? Because you are a fan of Square. So just
right.
I wouldn't tell you like don't play. I think you should play it though. So it wasn't bad. Like I did like Noctis. I like the whole little. I like this whole little crew he had because usually in the Final Fantasy there's always like one or two people on the team that you just don't like on your squad.
Riku.
I didn't like Riku either.
No, that Riku right away.
But yeah, like that was one of the ones where I liked all 4 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought they were solid.
Yeah, Gladius was dope. I think it's Ingus. That was the one with the glasses, and I think
that was the one with the gun, right?
Ingus or Prompto. I can't remember which one of them now, but
I can't remember.
But all 4 of them was dope.
Okay.
I liked all 4 of them. You rode around in the car, and
the car was dope looking.
Yeah, you had to put gas in the car.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people didn't like that part, but it was cool though. You just it's open world, so like I like just riding in the car and just it wasn't bad though. It was cool.
Okay. Well, anything else?
I don't know.
Well, GTA 6 trailer.
Yeah, so we saw it.
I hate you, Rockstar. I'll be the first to say it. I hate Rockstar. I hope none of you get any good sleep for the next year. I hate you all. Don't push the game back a year and then drop this heat on us.
Yeah. That shit look fire, man.
It looks
that is so rude to do that. Like, let's push the game back, but then we're gonna drop this heat so that they know what they missing out on for another year. That is rude.
I agree. It's like
it looks amazing.
It looks like it's ready now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks phenomenal.
Yeah. That's my question is if you showed this, what in the world do you need to work on that required a pushback?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people break down like the littlest things, like, oh man, when he's walking, the beer is sloshing around in the bottles. And I'm like, man,
they were showing like the beer had bubbles coming out of it.
Right.
Like you saw it sitting there, you could just see the bubbles on the beer, or like when the guy in the truck was talking to him, if you look hard in the background, you can see the raccoon crawling out of the garbage can.
Yeah.
Like just random stuff.
Yeah, dude working on the roof and the sweat dripping. I'm like, man,
very,
come on,
very
man.
detailed.
Like, don't drop this
kid
heat.
playing the game.
Yeah. I was like, man, as soon as I seen it, I was like, I don't even want to play games no more until this come out. Like, it looks amazing.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that was a major slap in the face.
Oh, 100%.
Like we're gonna push it back, and then 2 days later we're gonna drop a trailer to try to soften the blow, but it's still like a slap in the face. And yeah, I agree with you. Like, I'm like, really? Now, if they were to push it back to like November or something, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But you go until next year.
You push it out a whole year, and then be like, let's drop the trailer and make them want it more. Like, bro, you're already going to sell out.
Right, you're going to make the money back and you putting the game off pre-orders like you always do.
I did see they said this game's cost $2 billion to make.
Shit, they got the money to do it because all the money they did from 5, they better. But
they going to make that back, no problem.
They're going to make that money back in like a month.
Yeah, because when GTA 5 came out, they said they made before it came out, and they made all their money back off pre-orders.
And then you put it on the PlayStation Store so that you can be like, look, it's coming. Wish list. I'm like, y'all rude, man.
Yeah, Take-Two can kick rocks for that one.
That's all. I'm pissed off.
I don't blame you. At least we got the characters' names now.
Oh yeah,
I forgot the names already, but
I forgot as well.
But
the city looks amazing.
Yeah,
city looks amazing.
Everything about it looks amazing. Like
I don't know what the map is, but everyone I keep seeing different maps.
Dude, I seen a picture. Yeah, I seen that giant map that I sent, and I was like, if this is real, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
but I seen there was a video, or it was like somebody took a screenshot and was like, is that a kid?
Yeah.
They was like, there's going to be kids in this game. And I'm like, oh, man. Definitely hope you can kick, because I'm going to kick somebody's kid.
Oh, my God. Yeah, like he was playing a game or something like that.
Yeah, he was a menace.
But no, I agree with you, man. I was just kind of like,
Now that you said that, I just realized there were never any kids in the game.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't.
That's wild. I never noticed. It's not wild that they don't have them. It's wild that I never noticed.
So, question: is Sam and Dan Houser still with Rockstar? They're the ones that do the GTAs, because I know one of them left. I don't know which one.
I have no idea. I can't tell you
because I know I think Dan was like the writer, but he's the one that also did Red Dead too. So if you ever like when you play GTA, they always show like the cast.
Yeah.
You know, like the very last name is always Sam Hauser.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if they have kids in it, then they need to have baby strollers, so I can just steal someone's baby stroller and then just run down the street and let it go as fast as possible. Like, my character is gonna be a menace, just
But yeah, like the jet skiing and stuff, it looked fantastic.
Did you see like how much traffic there was in the one thing?
Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be road rage all day for me.
Oh yeah.
Who pays attention to traffic in GTA? I don't care.
No, it was like the street was backed up, like it was bumper to bumper.
I don't care. I'm going around.
Like
I'm going through.
Oh.
Or I'm just blowing stuff up.
I'm about to say that rocket is just going bow, bow, bow.
And then they said they were bringing back 6 stars.
Oh man, that's gonna be
I don't know.
The 6 stars, and it's gonna be now the army's gonna come back and all that stuff. I saw that somewhere.
I want to know, is there gonna be like animals in it?
Oh, there has to be some gators.
I'm about to say there has to be gators, right?
Got a
swamp land.
Well, they showed a video of someone like pulling a gator out of a pool.
Oh yeah.
Shit, there might be.
That'd be crazy, running from the cops and you crash into like the swamp.
Well, yeah.
Now you're like getting chased by a gator and the cops.
There might be a mission where you probably like have to feed someone to a gator or something like that.
Yeah.
Something. Something.
Yeah.
I will say this: you asked before, is there going to be a mission like before the torturing mission?
About a book.
Yeah, about a book.
Yeah.
This game looks so much more realistic. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
I think that might really 5 looks kind of realistic, but you can still tell it's a game.
Yeah.
This one looks very realistic.
Right.
So, but yeah, screw you, Rockstar.
You think it's Rockstar, or do you think
I'll
it's
forgive you
Take-Two?
next year. I don't know. Whichever one. I'll forgive them next year. Because right now I'm pissed off.
Well, when do you think the next trailer is going to drop? They're going to drop something else.
Probably like November or something.
November,
like that. Yeah. I mean, this is a take a few days off work.
Yeah.
Type game,
Yeah.
Oh, you already know.
I'm sick.
I got the black lung.
Shut up.
So, yeah, that's all I got on that. I'm mad. But you got anything?
Nope, that's it.
All right. We got 2 trailers to watch: Superman and then Ironheart.
All right, let's pull this up.
Let's see what we got here with the Superman trailer.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You let me interview you with Superman.
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
It's
might.
a lot of fire.
It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
I'm liking this. What the fuck is that?
Your choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Someone has to take this up.
You have a dog?
Oh, that comes out 2 weeks before Fantastic Four.
That logo is terrible.
That's
Yeah, I ain't too big on
the
it.
that's the like Kingdom Come design, I think,
Yeah, I just don't like it.
for Superman.
It doesn't even look like an S anymore.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, it was never supposed to be an S.
Yeah.
It's just people just thought it was.
Oh.
It's supposed to be like an alien symbol, and people just
Oh, okay.
assumed it was an S. That's why they purposely changed it to make it look
Oh, okay.
less like an S, because it was never supposed to be an S.
Well, yeah, I know. I never. Superman is my least favorite hero, but
He's down there for me as well, but this movie looks good.
yeah, I'm about to say it looks interesting. I'll say this. You're not gonna ask me all them questions like you acted on yourself. I'd have been like, bitch, I'm a god. Who gonna check me?
Yeah,
This is why I wasn't given superpowers.
I like that he's showing some balls.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not just, oh, I'm a good guy. He's like, I wasn't acting on behalf of no one but myself.
Right.
I did what I thought was right.
Was that thing in that park? Was that Martian Manhunter? Or was that not?
No, I think it's Metamorpho.
Okay, it was the head. I was like,
Yeah.
kind of okay.
See, the one chick that was with Lex, I was wondering if that was Marcy, because I don't know if you remember in Young Justice, Lex Luthor had an assistant named Marcy that had like robotic arms that had like blasters in them.
Yeah, I remember who you're talking about now. Yeah.
So I'm curious if that's like their version of that. And so instead of like a blaster, she had blades.
Them blades was dope.
No,
Yeah.
they definitely
It's dope.
were.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if that's Marcy from like that.
It's
But-
definitely a movie I'll check out. I
Oh, yeah.
can't say it for sure I'll go see it in the theater unless I hear
See-
it's actually really good.
See, that's the type of movie that I would want to see in a theater.
Yeah.
Because certain movies,
I don't trust DC anymore. I went to see Batman versus Superman in the theater. Not get me again.
Hey, Man of Steel was fire.
Man of Steel was mediocre.
No,
At
fire.
best.
No,
It was mediocre
fire.
at
That
best.
movie is mediocre.
No, that movie was fire.
That movie is mediocre.
General Zod was great.
General Zod lost to someone who never been in a fist fight before.
Yeah, well, it is what it
Mediocre at best.
is. Haters.
That's what really pissed me off, is he lost in a fist fight to someone who literally never fought before.
Yeah.
Still better than Iron Man 3.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That came, no, we should do a poll on that.
DC
came out-
movies are awful.
We know that. We know that. They need to, that's what we said. They need to stick with the animated movies. Their
Their animated movies are
fire.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we know that.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, the trailer looked great. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I want to go see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ironheart trailer?
Let's pull that up. And
Ryan Coogler's doing this, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I don't know if he's directing anything. I think he's like the executive producer or something like that.
Well, if he got his
Okay.
hands in it, he knows it should be good. So.
And it starts in a few weeks.
Yeah. So let's see what we got here.
Hello? For real?
In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate down unless you break into the device on the floor, where you'll find the gas mask. Good luck.
Screw this.
She said, I'm looking out.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you in or out?
He was in something else. I don't know.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable. Something
Important?
iconic.
It's a brand new.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot. You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that. This is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
It looks alright. Yeah. He's he was in the last Transformer movie.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you really have to.
Limited 3% cash.
Yeah, I haven't watched a Transformer movie since 3.
It really wasn't that good.
Yeah, I haven't watched a Transformer movie in who knows how long.
It was something like they had on at the fire station. I ended up watching. It's not worth
But
watch.
she's a sister, so you know what I mean. I'm gonna support it. You know what I mean, and then we support Ryan Coogler. So
Yeah,
I'll give it. Maybe have to watch it.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's a mini series. I think it looks all right. You know, we'll see what it.
I'm curious. Once again, I'm just gonna have the question: does it lead to anything?
Yeah, because not every character needs their own show, in my opinion. But what you said, well,
they are still building that new Avengers. So.
yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, is it leading
and
to
I think
anything?
that's like probably why. You know, what I mean, they're trying to give everybody their shine. So when they all show up in the movie, you can be like, okay, I know where.
Right.
That, you know what I mean? So,
got you.
Yeah, that's all I got on it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
it's a mini series. So
It was like what 2 or 3 episodes. I'm like, yeah,
it's probably gonna be like 5 or 6.
5 or 6, like
Yeah.
the rest of them. Okay.
So, well,
was there another trailer?
No,
that was it.
That was it?
Trash takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first, and I think this is gonna piss y'all off.
All right.
Jodeci's overrated.
You know what? No. Okay. All right. Okay.
They're not terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say they're bad, but people talk about them like they are the absolute pinnacle of R&B groups, and that is just not true.
They also gave us KC and JoJo.
Yes.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Jodeci as a group, just Jodeci.
Yeah. Okay.
But you got to look at
Is
what came from
overrated.
it also.
Right.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you
There's
do.
no KC and JoJo without Jodeci.
Right.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
Casey and JoJo are still talented.
Yes, but Jodeci was their breakthrough.
Jodeci was their breakthrough.
And without that, we don't get Casey riding on his security guard's shoulders while taking a piece of the woman's chicken in the concert. Did you ever see that video?
Yes.
He's riding on his security guard's shoulder and he reach over and he grabs a piece of the woman's chicken and eats it while singing.
Yeah.
Like,
no. Once again, I'm not saying they're bad. They're just not as. There's better R&B groups than Jodeci.
I agree.
That's fair,
And
but
I agree.
But generally, if you have any top 90s R&B groups, almost everyone tries to put Jodeci at the top, and no, Jodeci should not be at the top. Boyz II Men is above them. Drew Hill is above them.
how many R&B groups are the ending of an anime?
That doesn't mean they're the greatest.
Shoot. They had to hear them all the way in Japan for
Once
them
again,
to be the ending of an anime.
Once again, I'm not saying Jodeci is bad. They're just rated. People hype them up a little too much.
Not putting Drew Hill above Jodeci.
I am, yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How many Jodeci albums even were there?
Doesn't matter.
2 or 3?
There was like 2 Drew Hill songs.
No.
What do you mean? Like
Drew Hill has a
very good
extreme collection. I'm actually
they have like 2 hits.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah,
and it even says R&B duo when you pull up Jodeci. That's ridiculous. But
well,
anyway.
yeah, because Casey and JoJo became bigger. But
yeah,
so
discography. How many albums did they have? They had 4 albums, one of which was probably an anthology.
Come on,
like come on, dog.
Forever My Lady, fucking classic.
I agree.
Come and Talk to Me.
Great song.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about they probably got what? Maybe 7 hit songs. Maybe.
Come on.
Can you name more than those 4? Everyone knows of Forever My Lady, Stay, and Come and Talk to Me. Everyone knows of those. Fiendin',
Cry for You.
Okay. A couple of those.
Come on. I mean, look, like it says, their album went double platinum.
Okay.
Double plat. Come on. And you said that like Drew Hill got like 2 songs.
What are you talking about? Drew Hill has like a dozen
hits.
Yes.
Do you thinking of Cisco by himself?
No. Drew Hill discography. They had what? 5 albums? 4? 5? 4.
They had 4, and you just got on Jodeci for 4
2
albums.
good ones.
They had Jodeci had 3. One of those 4 was an anthology. But Tell Me.
Okay, I'll give you Tell Me.
Never Make a Promise. In My Bed.
In My Bed, I'll give you.
5 Steps.
No.
5 Steps is one of their best songs.
5 Steps is a dope song, but
Yeah,
I'm just playing. Calm down.
And that's off of 1 album.
And that's it.
You really want to go there?
Yes.
Enter the Drew is my favorite one of theirs.
Why do I always think that's a Drew Hill album?
Are You a Real
I'll
Freak?
give you
is
How
top
Deep
10.
Is Your Love?
How Deep Is Your Love?
Mm-hmm.
You Are Everything. Beauty. These Are the Times.
Beauty, yeah.
Angel.
Look, they weren't even writing them songs.
I'm still going with Jodeci over.
I'm going with Jodeci over Drew Hill.
No. Like, I already passed them up in 2 albums. Drew World Order.
Nobody was listening to that.
I Should Be was a banger. I Should Be was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
I Love You was a banger.
I don't remember I Love You.
I remember I Love You.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's one where they had the little dancer. I remember that video. Independence Day, I think that one was probably nothing.
That was 2010 when nobody listening to Drew Hill at that point, man.
Yeah.
Anything after Thong Song was no longer Drew Hill and no one cared anymore.
But 3 albums I already passed up. I'm sorry. Drew Hill's better.
No.
Boyz II Men is definitely better.
Yes.
That's Boyz II Men.
Yeah, of course.
But people talk like Jodeci's better than Boyz II Men.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
People put Jodeci at the top.
I think Boyz II Men has always been a top for most people.
Not from what I be seeing online. Almost everyone be trying to put Jodeci at the top. Jodeci does not belong at the top. That's my point.
That's fine.
Are they top 5? Absolutely.
Okay, well then,
but
we're just fighting semantics at this point.
But most people are saying 1 unquestionably.
See, I've never heard anyone say that. I would never give them 1, of course.
Are these older people that saying that? Like, older
our
generation?
age?
Yeah, okay, no.
So, I mean, technically, if you have to separate it, I'd take Casey and JoJo over Jodeci, but
I would too.
You know, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Jodeci is not bad.
Starting shit.
Jodeci's not bad.
Where do you rank Jagged Edge?
I love Jagged Edge, but
I like Jagged Edge, but I literally like 4 songs of theirs.
Me and Jazz fight about this. Jagged Edge or 112?
It's Jagged
112.
Edge.
I choose Jagged Edge.
Jagged
she chooses
Edge.
112.
112.
I'm choosing Jagged Edge.
No.
112.
What, Cupid and Peaches and Cream?
No, there's way more than that.
I know they got more, but I know but that's the ones that popped in my head, Rob.
It's Over Now is a banger.
It's Over Now is a fucking banger.
It's Over Now is a banger. You said Cupid, right?
Yeah.
That's that everyone talk. The first song people mention when they mention 112 is usually Cupid.
Even though they were featured in Biggie's album, but Sky's the Limit, they were good on that.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a hook.
Yeah, but it was still good.
It's still good, but
they were good on the Mobb Deep hook too.
I'm personally 112 over Jagged Edge, which will piss off my wife because our wedding song is a Jagged Edge song. But
what is that?
I'm Jagged Edge.
Why is it slipping my mind?
Walk Right Out of Heaven.
No.
Let's Get Married.
Fuck no.
That's a terrible song when you really like breaking down the lyrics. The song is great, but
where the party at?
Where the party at?
Come on, come on.
Why is the song
With the party
slipping my mind? I believe it's from J.E. Heartbreak.
Promise.
No. Why is this? Not He Can't Love You. Not Promise.
Maybe you know it too.
What the fuck? Why is it? My wife's gonna be so pissed at me when she like. How do you not remember our song? Oh my goodness.
Cut Something was my jam on that album.
I'm gonna be in so much fucking trouble. I Gotta Be.
Oh, great song.
Okay.
Great song.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, great song.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble for taking that long.
Yeah.
Hey, but you found it.
Well,
because you found it. That's all that matters.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could, if you're saying that they're top 5 but not 1, then yeah, I guess I gotta agree with you in the end. I'm thinking you're just saying they're not good. So, but
I never said they were not good.
Yeah, I'm just
just said they're overrated.
You hear overrated.
What about B2K?
Shut up.
Shut up.
Okay. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. They had some bangers.
They had a couple.
I'm just saying, I was in like 7th grade when they dropped. The girls of my age should not have been listening to them.
Yeah.
Or
I was a senior.
What was the other one? Pretty Ricky? They should not have been listening to them.
Pretty Ricky had some heat too.
Still did not know that was a group.
Yeah.
Pretty Ricky has some heat too.
How you gonna be a group named Pretty Ricky?
Wow.
They got it from Morton. Did you know that?
Well, I get it.
From Pretty Ricky Fontaine.
But Pretty Ricky is a
Fontaine.
Singular.
Wasn't that Joanna Man?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Ricky Fontaine, yeah.
Yep. And DJ from the Street Fighter movie, but anyway.
Yeah.
But
Joanna Man.
And dude, he was on Life too.
He was on Life. He's the one that ran and got shot.
And he was on
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
And what's the thin line between love and hate? He was
in a lot of stuff.
He was the one that was dating Morton's sister, but he was like the son of the big chicken fast food company. He's like, we own a whole bunch of.
Oh yeah, he was. Yep.
So.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I know y'all. I know that pissed y'all off, but
you want me to go?
I still made my point eventually.
Oh, okay.
Mine's is real simple. Just because you know how to drive a manual doesn't make you better than anybody else. Like, Oh, I can drive a stick shift, so I'm better than you.
First of all, it's just too much work. I don't
I
want to do all that.
Like, I get it. I know how to drive them a little bit. You know what I mean? A
little
little bit, but
I know how to drive it, but
they suck on hills. It's terrible.
Yeah, you know how to drive them?
So
like, it's not that.
We got too many hills around here for me to want to drive
okay.
a manual.
Like,
I'd want to drive it on like a racetrack.
Yeah, like I get it. You know, the shifting. It's cool. I get it. You can really go. Push the car to the speed. But
and I can't even drive as fast as my car can go now. So that don't help me. Unless
that's what I'm saying.
so.
I'd want to do it on like a racetrack.
Yeah, like I don't care if we're on 22 at the light. There's no need for you to speed off when you're in your manual. Like, it's okay. Like, it's 22. Relax. There's a light right down the road. Like, relax. Like, calm down. Like, you're not better than someone that drives an automatic. And like you said, Q, it's too much work.
Yeah.
Hit the clutch. Hit the clutch.
You ever sit on traffic in a hill and you gotta like hurry up and move your feet? I'm like, it's too much work, man.
Put the e-brake on.
Yeah, I'd rather just move off and hit the gas and go.
There you go, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like,
I agree.
Like, relax. But that was it. That's all I had.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if y'all care about Madden, but I'm gonna say it. It's like a 2-part one. It's just all about the same thing though. 8 Mile was a terrible movie, and Lose Yourself is the only good thing about the movie.
No, Cheddar Bob shooting himself was funny.
Yeah. And Lotto actually beat B-Rad.
When they ran a free sale?
When they in the final like battles or whatever, when he went against Lotto, he lost that battle.
I don't remember it, unfortunately.
He was the one Lotto called him like Leave It to Beaver and all that, and he was just talking about his tank top and said he's on steroids and stuff like that. He lost that battle. So it's a terrible movie. So if you don't remember it,
I've seen 8 Mile literally one time.
That's more times than you need to.
I wouldn't call it terrible, but I'm
awful.
definitely not calling it a great movie.
It's awful.
It's fine.
I mean, the girl looked like a crackhead, and he was obsessed with her. And I'm like, she looks terrible. She looks dirty.
Talking about Brittany Murphy.
R.I.P.
Brittany Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah, I was on the way.
R.I.P.
Wasn't it supposed to be Kim?
I don't know.
I guess
she looked disgusting and sorry. The movie is just terrible. I'm sorry.
And Mekhi Phifer's
the terrible dreads.
Yeah, that was bad. Same with Anthony Anderson in Barbershop.
Those
bad too.
Those were really bad. Yeah.
And the dude from How High that had the dreads.
Oh, before he got
killed.
Before he died.
Yeah. I think that was on purpose.
I know, but
they wanted it to look bad.
They talked about him.
They wanted them to look bad before he got set himself on fire.
I ain't got no pushback on your take, Q, because I don't remember. I just remember Cheddar Bob shooting himself.
I remember seeing that movie one time.
Such a stupid movie.
It's definitely not a repeat watch.
No.
Anyone who says they watch it repeatedly, why?
Yeah, Malibu's Most Wanted was a way better movie.
I've watched Malibu's Most Wanted more times, so yeah. Sure.
Don't be hating.
Shrink, blinkety blink.
Don't be hating.
Yeah, that's it.
That was it.
That's it. That's all I got.
Get well, JR.
Yeah. Best wishes to JR.
Best wishes
Jim
JR.
Ross.
Get well.
Said he has colon cancer.
Yeah.
Best wishes to him. Hope he
beats it
and comes out all right.
Absolutely.
And
legend of the game.
And rest in peace, Sabu.
R.I.P. Sabu, man.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but
it's weird because he like just had his last match like
a month ago.
Yeah, I was not too long ago either.
But obviously, if you stayed up late on Saturday nights in the 90s, you ran into Sabu at some point on ECW.
Yep.
So but we lost a good one, unfortunately. It's only 60, I think. 60
yeah, he was 60.
Yeah.
But
and he was still doing crazy stuff up until last month or a month or two ago, whatever his last match was. So.
Yeah, I remember one of the first matches I watched with him was obviously when Taz, suplexed him on the chair or messed his neck up or whatever it was. And that was part of the story. I don't remember. I was young, but just that whole ECW was a mess. It was great, but it was just like you just see this at 11 o'clock at night, someone jumping off a balcony on a burning table. And I'm like, what is this? But this was great.
Yeah. This one guy I wrestled with was real close to him. He was having a hard time last week about it.
Yeah, I'm sure RVD is too, because I remember when RVD came here to Steel City Con, and I actually got to ask, because we did the Q&A, and I asked him a question. I said, well, who do you like, who was the best people you work with in the ring? And he said, actually, one of them is Jerry Lynn. He goes, me and him weren't even the best of friends, but if we needed to put on a really good match, he was like, we would do it. But he said the best person he ever worked with was Sabu.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? So,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But yeah, that's all we got for this week, right?
Yep, that's it.
So far, what we got next time? Should companies and developers take more chances? The Combo Breaker recap. Y'all be coming back.
We'll come back. We'll talk about that.
Absolutely talk about what y'all seen and everything. Favorite guilty pleasure movie? Oh my gosh, I got so many.
Yeah, those movies that
I got so many
aren't really good, but you can't help but watch them.
Yeah. Yep.
I got a few.
Is Soul Calibur a dead franchise now? And Mount Rushmore of wrestling managers. Ooh.
And we're gonna add one on too. Let's do the top. Let's do our top 10 cereal and debate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
top 10 cereal.
We'll do that for last. We'll talk about everything else first, and then we'll do like we did with the video game. So we're gonna
come to a consensus. Top 10.
We ain't putting multi-grain Cheerios in there.
When I went to type this in, I spelled it like stereo killer.
Oh my god! Remember Cereal Mom?
Yeah.
That's
my sister loved that movie.
Let me guess, Malika.
Yeah,
of course.
We'll ask some
Pussy Willis, Dottie.
Absolutely, we always add more.
Oh yeah, that was White's favorite part when she kept prank calling her.
Yeah, we always add more in between too.
Absolutely,
So,
but yeah, we can.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.
See you guys next time.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yep,
absolutely.
Peace.